This week on Comic Confidential, we've got some mad trailer action for you, and we're also recapping the best and worst movies of the year. And we've also got some mid-season finale action to get through. Let's do it.
What's up, guys? This is Comic Confidential, the weekly podcast where we bring you all the week's comic-related news and break down the top moments from all your favourite DC and Marvel TV shows. I'm your host, Amy, and alongside me today, as always, is Cade.
Hey, that totally threw me. I didn't know she was bringing it in this week.
Hey,
Just shaking it
tricks.
up, man. And Troy.
Oh, hey. I'm also here.
Hello, team.
Hello. Good times.
Holy damn, guys. What a week it's been.
It's been a massive week, man. A massive week.
Massive.
We're probably going to have like a 10-hour show this week, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jokes. We're not.
We're
going to fit it into the hour and a half.
We'll try. We'll try our hardest. We've got some massive trailers to cover, which we'll probably just get into that, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. No news. That's all the
No
news.
news,
this
yeah.
week.
So we've decided
We don't need anything
we're not
else.
going to worry about any other bits and pieces of news. We're going to cover, because there's like 5 trailers that dropped within the last week and a half that we haven't had a chance to speak about. So we're going to go through in no particular order, but we are going to finish with Spider-Man Homecoming because it's the coolest of them all, and I don't care what you say. So, what's the first one? Transformers: The Last Night.
Oh,
Yes.
god damn.
I'm sad and happy at the same
Sappy?
time.
Sappy, yeah.
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 Optimus Prime, man. He's just
Badass.
badass.
Yeah.
He's back with vengeance.
He is. If I can be the non-excited person here for a second, yeah, I don't know. I think I genuinely don't care anymore about Transformers
They
movies.
have made far too many, I think.
Well, this is 5. Look, you can put Marky Mark in there. You can put Anthony Hopkins in there, Sir Anthony Hopkins, mind you.
Your
Yeah.
mistake, sir.
Yeah. You can put him in there, but it's not enough for me, man. They're just I didn't even watch the last movie.
Yeah, well, we spoke about it earlier in the week. It's like, what happened in the last movie? And like Amy did say it had Marky Mark, and I
Yeah.
kind of had like flashbacks. Of,
Yeah.
maybe I did watch it, but maybe I only watched the trailers.
I think my description was a mixture of old Transformers and Tokyo Drift.
Yes, that's
yeah.
right. That's right.
How good's Tokyo Drift? I don't care what no one says.
Yeah.
Well-
That's what they should have done. Transformers 5, Tokyo Drift.
Yes.
And there's just a bunch of Transformers in Japan having street races.
And
That
that-
I would watch that.
Everyone would watch
Everybody.
that,
Fucking amazing.
isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, this is the only thing that gets me excited about this is the potential of them bringing in Unicron.
Yeah.
Which is probably the coolest thing they could possibly do because we've kind of seen everything else.
Yeah, what left? What's left?
Because they tried Dinobots, didn't they, in the last one?
Yeah.
Was
that the last
yes,
one?
we did.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was the Dinobots one.
They
and
used
that
that
wasn't.
really heavily in the trailer for that movie as
Yeah.
well, but it wasn't such a big part, I guess, from memory.
Oh, see, that's why I hate trailers sometimes.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
they,
man.
they build up shit that's not there. Or they
draw
show you
in.
everything. They show you everything, or they build up shit that's not there. Yeah, look, I don't know about you guys. I'll go not excited, couldn't care less. Okay.
I'm excited because they're like my I guess cheesy movie if I just want to veg out and just
Yeah.
watch shit explode.
It's a popcorn movie.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not there to like go, oh, that storyline shit. I'm talking about fucking robots that transform into cars, mate.
Yeah, it's like science, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amy?
I'll watch it. I've watched all of them. I'll stick with the theme. Also, I need to find out what happens to Bumblebee, so...
Oh, yeah, because gets a little bit of an Optimus Prime smackdown.
Yes.
Eh. So we'll see what happens with that. Next one that came out, though, was The Mummy.
How? I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah, either did. Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I feel like in my subconscious I knew this was getting rebooted, but I didn't know Tom Cruise was attached
what
to
the
it.
fuck?
Well, see, this is the thing, and a lot of people are thinking that this is kind of like a reboot of the Brendan Fraser Mummy series.
It's
But it's
brand
not.
new.
It's a different storyline, though.
It's a take on the classic Mummy story rather than that sort of action adventure, almost kid version
Yeah.
of that story. So there are a lot of people that saying Tom Cruise will never replace Brendan Fraser and all that sort of stuff. First off, I'd say where the fuck is Brendan Fraser right now?
Yeah.
And secondly, it's a completely different story.
Have you seen Brendan Fraser's website?
No.
Oh, what?
It is,
No?
He has a website and it is like hasn't been updated since like 1990.
Really?
That's
yeah.
really actually pretty awesome. I might go and look at that.
And like, he has like my diary and
Is
my
it-
adventures.
Oh,
It's great.
he's linked to his MySpace. Like,
I reckon it would be.
Is it like a Brendan Fraser fan page, or is it like
No,
it's
it's-
brendanfraser.com
It's him.
/official Brendan Fraser?
Yeah,
or something?
no, it's like brendanfraser.com. It's the best website. Do yourself a favor and just go check it out.
he's going to call you now and, hey, man, thanks for the plug. It was
Yeah.
really good.
Oh man, I checked my Google Analytics and I saw a bit of a spike. Hey, thanks.
I got 2 extra listens. That's us too.
Yeah.
Jumping on and having a look. But this looks like it looks pretty good. But it's whether they're going to. I guess the whole thing with this is potentially what could bring in this whole universal monster world, right? So this is where you're talking things like Mummy. The Mummy, Dracula, Frankenstein's monster,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. So this is something that they were, I think, planning on doing. Whether they're actually going to continue with that, I think will depend on the success of the Mummy. The trailer looks good, but there's like I rewatched it this morning. It's a 2.5-minute trailer, and it takes about 1:45 before anybody really says anything.
Yeah, they're just sitting in the plane.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I
So
noticed that.
Yeah,
felt-
and then the rest of it is like Anthony Hopkins doing a monologue over the top while Tom Cruise just runs at shit or away from shit.
Yeah. I really thought it had a lot of Ghost Protocol in there.
Well,
Mission
yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah, yeah.
I was expecting him to be hanging on the side of that plane.
Well, I think for most of what you could say about Tom Cruise's career, a lot of it has been a lot of that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hanging on the side of planes, running away from shit,
Riding a motorbike around.
getting a shirt off, no matter whether you're 55 or not.
Playing volleyball.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
I'm pretty sure this one has a volleyball scene
Yeah.
as well.
Has to,
I
surely.
think so.
Yeah, definitely.
I will watch it. Let's start with that.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll watch it, not overly excited, but I'll watch it.
Yeah, same.
Ooh, see, will I watch this in the cinema?
Oh, yeah, true. I will. Oh, who am I kidding?
Really?
I'll watch it in the cinema.
Depends what's released around it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
Yeah,
that's
that's a
what
fair
that's
call.
what will
'Cause
alter
you
my
can only
decision.
afford one movie a week,
Very
Fucking oath.
expensive.
or one a month, or something
Yeah.
like that. So that's that.
Yep.
So moving on to the next one, which is the Assassin's Creed International trailer. So this one kind of gave us a lot more information around the actual the happenings, or so I guess what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of the origins of why all this is happening and all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. So which you didn't really get from any of the other trailers. This for me was probably the best Assassin's Creed trailer.
Yeah, see, it's really hard for me to get on board with video game movies.
Yeah.
I've always just been let down every time, starting all the way back with Mario Brothers.
No, that was good.
I love that.
That won an Academy Award, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, for shittest movie ever made.
that's a Razzie, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't even remember a good video game movie for the life of me. So
Oh, but
Resident Evil was all right.
Resident Evil probably went as close as it's gone
Yeah.
to getting something good, and the fact that spawned like five movies or
5,000
something like that.
movies.
Silent-
A new one's coming. No.
Yeah,
that's-
it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And Silent Hill, actually, they did a pretty good job of that. The first one, anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I can't get excited for this type of movie yet. I mean, it looks cool, but who knows? I haven't played those video games in years. I think I only played the first one.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you, my husband loves the Assassin's Creed video games, so I now have a very in-depth knowledge about the happenings of what's happening in those trailers.
Sweet. Well,
I
that's
don't
good.
remember anything that he said, but he did tell me.
Excellent. So when we review it in January,
Yeah.
you can take the lead on that one, because I have not played any of the games. I understand the mythology purely because I've read into it. Never actually played the games myself, but I think this trailer over any of the others has probably got me the most excited for it, because it gives you a little bit more information, which is good. Yeah. So whatever.
Yeah. I'll
Meh.
wait.
It's a meh.
It's a meh for me. I might wait till Netflix.
I'm going to have to go.
Unless we have to review it, then I'll go bloody watch it.
Yeah, pretty sure we are. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what's on around that time.
That's like a whole month away or something.
I'll be there probably in the week it opens.
Yeah, you'll be
Dragged
lined
along.
up. Your husband will be taking you there dressed up as friggin' assassins.
Yeah, with a big blade or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
War 4, The Planet of the Apes.
Can I just say before we talk about this trailer, I'm getting so confused with all the names and how they all fit.
Right. So let me break this down.
Good.
Number 1 was Planet of the Apes.
Yes. Understand that one.
Right. So number 2 was Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
And then this one is War for the
4.
Planet of the Apes.
Right.
So yeah, it's basically, if you look at it as a moving storyline, it's the beginning and then how it sort of starts to take shape, and then this is the war for Earth,
Right.
effectively, between ape and man, which is an ongoing battle that has been around for centuries, really, isn't it?
Well, obviously.
Monkeys flinging shit at people in the zoos,
Yeah.
You know,
popping shade.
Rise is still on my watch list. I haven't even seen
I
that
haven't
yet.
seen it either.
It's one I do want to watch. It's just I never had the time. They're long movies.
They are.
They are long movies, but that Rise in particular is actually quite good. And
Is
I
it
do-
really?
Yeah, and I do recommend watching it. The first 2 of these have been like fairly well critically acclaimed.
Yeah,
as-
I love The War, the first one.
yeah. So
That was
just Planet
Planet
of
of the Apes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
See, that's what I mean.
Exactly.
It gets difficult.
It's bloody tricky, mate.
People at home are being like, "Ugh, these two.
These
losers."
idiots. Oh god, they're going to get overrun by apes. Look, so this. I don't know. Then, did you guys watch the trailer?
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
because having
Of
not
course,
seen
of
the movie,
course.
yeah,
I get
okay.
the gist of what's happening.
Well, it's kind of spoiled already, considering the movies were made 50
No,
years ago.
look, well, yeah, kind of, but don't miss out on the opportunity to watch the previous movie thinking that you've kind of already got an idea. It's very like it kind of runs more of the inter-ape politics, which sounds boring as shit, but it's inter-ape, so it's kind of a lot more cooler than actual regular politics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And the villain in that is awesome, which is cool. But this one for me, I'm super excited for.
I got super excited when I saw Woody Harrelson in
Yeah,
this. I
me
was
too.
just like, oh, god damn, does this lead into the Hunger Games?
Maybe. Did you get a Woody?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you got a Woody for Woody. Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I got to go watch that movie. I might do that tonight. Is it on Netflix or Stan?
Yeah, it's on one of them, I'm sure.
Has to be, shortly.
Surely.
Otherwise, go to the video store.
What?
What? I'd rather illegally download it. I don't have to leave my house then.
Yeah, you mean go out in public and actually have to talk
Put
to someone
pants
behind a
on.
counter?
God damn, hell no. Hey, it's not on our list, but did any of you see the Fate in the Fate of the Furious trailer?
No.
Oh, no. Is that actually what it's called? Because
Yeah.
I saw that somewhere and I'm like, oh, that's someone's just making that up.
What
That can't
what
be
are we
what it's
talking
called.
about? The fate of, like, Fast and the Furious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the 8th movie.
Oh, 8.
Oh, like,
Fate.
For 8?
Like
yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
Who
Jeez.
comes up with this shit?
Oh, mate, it's a clever marketing department, but they didn't even like use the 8. Like, they didn't just go like
F8.
F8.
Yeah.
They actually write fate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fate of the Furious.
They've missed out on something there.
So
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is just a teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, I haven't seen number 7
Oh, really?
yet.
You should.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Man, I'm so behind on my movies, aren't I?
Look, I will give the Fast and the Furious series one thing, and that is that they are consistently good at doing what they do,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is just providing popcorn entertainment, like we spoke about before.
That's right.
Movies themselves aren't great; like you're not going to get involved in the storyline or anything like that. But if you want to see Vin Diesel and The Rock, and CGI Paul Walker in this one, I think.
No, he's gone.
No,
He'll be gone
surely.
for good now. Surely.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they said that he was going to be around still. However, briefly. But I
I
don't
thought
know.
they played like a really nice homage to him in the last one. Like, oh, he's on. Oh, have
Yeah,
you
didn't they
seen
go
it?
their separate ways?
Spoiler alert. Yeah,
Sorry.
no, they did.
I'm sure the plot line to it is really going to worry me.
No, but I haven't seen that. so-
Spoiler alert, they go down 2 separate roads.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
just like
Yeah.
the video clip.
Yeah, exactly. So movie ruined.
Just quietly, that song is fucking terrible.
Which song?
By Wiz Khalifa.
The one that was the theme song for the movie.
Oh,
I See You Again.
yeah, okay. Yeah, but pretty much anything by Wiz Khalifa is kind of terrible, isn't it?
It's a 50-50 shot, really.
Yeah. Look, since we're talking about it, I will 100% definitely see that movie.
Same.
I want to stop,
Yeah.
but I just can't.
You
It's
can't-
a terrible addiction.
You can't turn your
Way
back on
too
family.
invested. That's exactly right. Thanks, Dom.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to the big one of the week?
Yes, let's do it. Spider-Man Homecoming. And holy shit, one word. What's it? What are you saying?
Web jizz.
That's one word.
It's
Hyphenated.
It's
It's
hyphenated.
It's a whiz.
Whiz. I just web jizzed all over the place.
Yeah, nice. Mine is damn.
Yeah. Amy, you got
Mine
a single.
is just like a little
Oh,
like
damn.
oh my god.
Like that's an excited one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Just
this
so
was
excited you can't even talk. That's a good one.
It's hyperventilating.
Yeah.
this trailer, man, this was cool as shit.
You
wasn't
brought it out.
Yeah, I
The
did.
coolest
I was going to try not to.
Yeah, it's a break in emergency, and Troy's just bam, elbow in there.
Okay, if I will talk about the one thing that I'm concerned about because there is only one thing. I think the movie is going to be great. I think the tone that they're setting is perfect. I think it'll be a good balance between kind of action, adventure, comedy, teen drama, like all that sort of stuff. Like it's going to be great. My biggest concern is how much Iron Man or Tony Stark is actually going to be in this movie. And I don't want it to be a Tony Stark vehicle, as it were. Like we've seen him enough. He can be in it as a transitionary sort of thing, but maybe like a mentor-y type of roles to the side.
Yeah.
I think he'll only be in there enough for his contract to say so.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'll be quite minimal.
I hope so.
And I honestly think that last scene that you see in that trailer will be one of the last scenes of the movie.
Them like swinging and flying
Yeah.
through the
Or do you think that's just a training sort of scene, like
It
a
could
training
be, yeah.
montage-y
Yeah, it might
type
be.
of thing, like a
Yeah,
Rocky
it could-
training montage?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I hope they play the rugby music.
Oh, me too.
So if that's your concern, I'm going to tell you mine, and mine's actually a lot more valid than that, I feel. Not to have a go at you.
No, that's fine. Just
But-
fuck you, though.
Yeah. Now, we see in this trailer how strong Spider-Man really is. He's holding a fucking boat together.
Yeah.
Which is just crazy. That's super strong.
Correct.
I feel like Spider-Man might be way overpowered for the Vulture, unless the Vulture is, he's got some super abilities. Like, his suit just can't make him that strong, surely.
But he's a really rookie type Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I guess maybe.
At the end of
And
the
he's
day,
young.
yeah,
He's very young.
Exactly. At the end of the day, you're going to battle with a 16-year-old kid. Might be a 16-year-old genius kid, but he's still a 16-year-old kid, and you'd be able to exploit those emotional weaknesses quite easily. And I think that's kind of the route that he'll take.
You reckon?
Attacking like his Aunt May and stuff like that. And he kind of says it in the trailer. It's like, you come at me, I'll kill everybody that you love, sort of thing. So, and I think it's going to be, there'll probably be a little bit of a villain team up as well, because we do in the international
there's
trailer, we get a
Shocker
little
as
bit
well.
of Shocker and all that sort of stuff. So I guess what I'm trying to say is your point is as invalid as mine.
Oh, my goodness.
I have no more valid points than that. Those were my probably two. Oh, other than the fact there's a little bit of high school in this movie.
You
And
don't like that?
Well, I'm getting real tired of it.
You kind of you prefer
Yeah.
the Spider-Man of like later years where
Yeah.
he's like
Established.
established,
But in saying that, I
Either
still
college
will go and
kid
see it.
or-
Yeah, I'll
or
still go and
later.
see it, and I think it will be fine. But that was my only other little pick.
See, I think that adds a whole nother dimension to the movie.
Yeah, he's got to get his date for prom.
Exactly.
Because it's the
For-
home. It
for
is.
homecoming.
Homecoming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, homecoming dance.
Oh, another thing in the trailer is his friend finds out that he's Spider-Man.
Yeah. We all have that one friend.
Yeah, but it's just something I guess we haven't.
Unless you're Oliver Queen, then you have 48 people
Yeah.
that know that you're, the
whole
Arrow.
city.
And Barry Allen, actually, which we'll get to in this episode.
Yeah,
where it's
oh
just
my
like, oh,
gosh.
hey, by the way.
Segway.
But yeah, so, man, I love this. I'm as hyped for this movie as I can be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to delve deep into the rest of the trailers that I know are going to come out.
Yeah.
There's going to be more and more. This is enough to get me hyped for this movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited because we got to see his little like his web wings.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
when he's jumping over the
And like
helicopter.
when he
Touch on that.
does that, like he like puts them out, you kind of see him like rise up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just like God,
It's like a squirrel.
Yeah.
Exactly like a
Squirrel
squirrel would.
girl.
But
Yeah.
what was cool about that scene though is like we see the police are trying to take him down.
Yeah,
So-
why?
I'd say he's probably gotten too in over his head because Tony Stark does say, like, don't do this, don't do that, stay in the little grey area.
Yeah.
He's probably fucked something up, but whatever.
And that's you bring up a good point. He's kind of like, why is he treating me like a kid, mate? You're bloody 16.
You are a kid. And I think his friend even says that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget, like the whole thing with like Spider-Man, insofar as his relationship with J. Jonah Jameson, which will obviously come later with this one, but it's always the line between is he a hero or is he a menace? So I think
He's a menace.
So I think they'll play off that a little bit.
Yeah.
And it could be even the Vulture sort of kind of setting him up for that sort of thing. So we'll see what happens.
Well,
but
I have no doubt, like, him and the Vulture kind of go head to head and they kind of destroy
Everything.
Well, yeah.
And he's kind of like trying to get away from the cops there.
Yeah, but Marvel movies aren't exactly scared of collateral damage and never addressing the fact that there's mass collateral damage.
Millions
Apart from
of
Civil
dollars.
War.
Oh,
Civil
yeah.
War is probably the only time they ever really sort of said, oh, hey, can you guys stop fucking killing millions of people while you're doing stuff? Yeah, so that's it. That's the trailers for the week. I'm hyped as shit for that one.
That's shit, yeah.
Well, I was going to say as fuck, but
I can't
I
wait.
don't.
2017 is going to be bloody great.
It's going to be better than 2016, let's just say that.
Well, that can't be hard.
Yep. So excited.
The best of 2016.
Okay, so 2016 has been a kind of mixed bag of a year for life in general, we'll say, but also for movies. We had some blockbusters that hit, and definitely some blockbusters that missed the mark completely.
I think they're called lacklusters.
Lacklusters, yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to kind of recap the year
Yeah, recap the movies that we went out and saw and spoke about.
and review and just sort of kind of have a look and see if we've changed our opinions. We'll just have a general chit chat about 2016 as a whole for
Awesome.
movies only.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to break it down into a couple of different things. So we're going to talk about comic movies first because that's kind of what we do best.
I guess.
Question mark?
Question mark. And then we're also going to talk about the other like kind of pop culture movies. So
Yeah, that we
all
also
those
did.
other ones that we did.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if we're actually going to go through any sort of particular order.
No, just however we wrote them down here.
Sure.
They're not in order because who has time for that?
Exactly.
But let's just bloody talk about the first one. That's Deadpool.
Deadpool.
So we've got 3 questions that we're going to kind of apply to each of these movies. And the first one is, what were your original thoughts? I'm going to go with you first, Troy.
Original thoughts, I loved it. I think I gave it like 150 out of 100.
I think that's
if remember.
correct.
Yeah. No, I did love this. And I think that's kind of the consensus feel for pretty much everybody.
Yep.
Wasn't a lot of people that kind of went, oh, Deadpool was the shittest movie I've ever seen.
And if they did, somebody probably stabbed them.
Yeah, exactly. But this is a movie that had a kick-ass marketing campaign, something different than we've ever sort of seen before. And what they brought like a little kind of like indie comic book movie that became kind of like this blockbuster sensation.
Yeah.
And I think it's testament to the writers and the directors and obviously Ryan Reynolds' passion for it. But yeah, originally loved it.
Fair enough. I enjoyed it. I don't remember enjoying it as much as you did, but it's one of the movies that's kind of changed comic book movies forever. So I'm going to give it that credit there because not only that, it was funny, it was great. For a budget that it had, it over exceeded.
Well and truly.
Well and truly. What about you, Amy?
I'm going to go with Troy because I loved it. And even from when I first saw the very first trailer, I was like, I'm going to watch that and I'm going to watch the shit out of that.
Yep.
So there you go, original thoughts.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. And okay, next question
Original
is,
thoughts, I'm going to watch the shit out of that.
and have you watched it again? And will you if you haven't?
Deadpool, yeah, because we're talking. This came out in February,
Yeah.
So naturally, I've seen this again, but I would say I've probably seen this 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
since.
right. Really, that many? You're going to see it one more,
Yeah, I know.
We're
I
going to do
know.
a bloody commentary on that.
I know, and I'll be all over it.
Yeah.
I'm going to commentary the shit out of that.
I've also seen it once. Just once.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. It was fun. It wasn't like, oh, fuck yeah, I can't wait to rewatch this. It was, my brother was watching it, and he was on the main TV, so I was like, God damn it, I'll just watch it.
I'm pretty sure this is the consensus, like, not necessarily number 1 movie of the year, but like as far as comic book movies go, but definitely like in everybody's, top couple for the last couple of years. That's surprising that you're kind of a bit down on it.
Well, I think I gave it 75 out of 100 originally.
My heart.
My aching heart.
Well, what about you, Amy?
I watched it since, only once, but that was purely my choice, not just tacking on to the end of someone else's.
Yeah.
And I'll continue to watch it.
Yeah.
for the rest of my life.
Do you want to do for the rest of your life? Like that's going to be your Valentine's Day movie.
Yeah,
tradition?
they'll play it at my funeral or something.
Nice. Buried with a copy of it, Blu-ray.
Yeah.
That's when they'll play Salt and Pepper Shoop.
Yeah.
Will be at your funeral
Fantastic.
in honor of Deadpool.
And did the critics get it right on this one?
Yes.
Yeah, they killed
they
it,
did.
didn't they?
Yeah.
Fuck, it might be the only one they got right all year.
Pretty close.
yeah,
Yeah.
There's a couple. But that's they kicked off the year well.
Yeah,
let's
that's
say
true.
that.
And then it just went.
Yeah, well, we're about to talk about that.
Yeah. The next movie that we're going to talk about is the Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. Let's talk about the Ultimate Edition and the theater
theatrical?
The theatrical release. Original thoughts, Troy?
Yeah, well, I'm sure as everybody knows, I was a very, very big fan of this movie, regardless of all the shit that it got. Remembering, of course, this is the movie that probably inspired us to create the fuck a critic hashtag.
Yeah.
Because they absolutely panned it. And I can understand, but
Mate, I just want your original thoughts. Save your haters for the critics
Okay.
when I ask that question.
all right. Yes, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
You?
I loved it too. This was a fantastic movie. I agree with you. It did get slammed, but we'll save that. It's hard to beat Batman vs Superman. First time on screen together.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, the
Wonder
Trinity.
Woman. Oh my God.
I
What?
love this movie too, just while we're talking about it.
Yeah, fantastic.
Is that all you want to say?
Yep.
Yep. All
And
right.
have you watched it again?
Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
Did you really?
Yep.
The theatrical cut, no. I didn't watch again, but I have watched the Ultimate Edition twice.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have watched the Ultimate Edition as well. I am going to be watching it again soon because my partner can't remember that she watched it. So I'm going to trick her.
That
sneaky.
kind of might be testament to some people's views on that movie.
Yeah.
I
Like-
can't remember if I watched it.
Yeah.
But to be fair, she's not the biggest comic book fan.
Well, that's
No.
true.
And she probably won't even remember who Batman is. Like, that's how out of touch she is.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, and let's talk about it. Did the critics get it right?
No.
Hell no.
Definitely not.
Is this the DC conspiracy?
Well, this is the one that kind of kicked it off because
Yeah.
Man of Steel didn't get as much hate
No,
as
not at
Batman
all.
vs Superman.
And I think this was better than Man of Steel.
Oh, way better.
Yep.
Yeah. Looking back on it though, I guess this was the only point I really wanted to bring across. Looking back on it, you can see the flaws, well and truly, but we have to look at it for what it is. And this brought exactly what we said before, the Trinity to the big screen for the first time ever. And it's opened up a whole new DC cinematic universe, and you've got to love it just for that. So,
Fuck a critic.
fuck a critic.
Yeah, fuck a
Yep.
critic. That's exactly it. Let's move on to Captain America's Civil War. Original thoughts, Amy.
I was excited
Yeah.
originally, just purely for the sheer volume of character
Yeah.
that was going to be in the movie. Look, I liked the movie, but it wasn't my favourite movie.
Okay.
Let's just say I did like it, and I liked it. That's my original thoughts.
Yeah.
Because we're going to go to the next question.
For me, I did really enjoy it. My biggest problem with it at the time was that I felt like for what they built up to be this Civil War was really just a
That's
kind of like a
right.
little bit of a punch on in an airport.
Yeah.
And while that scene itself was fantastic and really well done, it didn't really capture the drama of the comic books, and there was never really anything at stake. So that was my biggest problem. But overall, loved the movie.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with both of you there. And just the plot holes in this movie,
Yeah.
man, they were massive, and I felt like that was a massive letdown for me.
Yep.
You just, you got Baron Zemo, and just Jesus Christ, everything had to line up for his plans to work.
Yeah.
But let's not forget that this is also the movie, and this is why I sort of hold so much sort of love for it. This is the movie that gave us Black Panther for the first time and
True.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Tom
exactly.
Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Got to give
That's
it a
a big
little bit
thing.
of credit, yeah.
Yeah.
And have you rewatched it?
No.
yes,
Really?
yeah. I've rewatched it actually probably only once. I think I've rewatched The Winter Soldier more than Civil War.
Yeah.
Yep. I haven't rewatched it. If my brother's watching this on the TV, I'll probably watch it. But
That's not to say I won't watch it again. I just haven't really.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me that no one has gone back and rewatched Civil War.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, it doesn't capture me. It's kind of like, okay, that's done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just saying.
Say it again.
All right, let's move on. X-Men Apocalypse. Original thoughts, Troy?
Good. Liked it. But I kind of like everything. So I did like it. I can understand the people's problems with it. And I did at the time. I could see where they're coming from, but I didn't think it was as bad as people were saying. Love the movie as a whole. Obviously, we got to see some cool young X-Men, which was fun. But yeah, it was kind of like the big finale battle was a bit of a waste of time, apart from the whole, Phoenix sort of thing with Jean Grey. Yeah, but I did like it.
What about you, Amy?
Very similar. I was very excited to X-Men. Hello. I was very excited to see the movie, and I did really enjoy it more so than probably Civil War, which is maybe saying something. But it didn't quite tick all the boxes. I did like it though.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable movie. It's almost like the marketing made the movie better than what it was.
Yeah.
The trailers, I mean, like, and every movie's kind of guilty for that.
Yeah.
But I feel like I could have enjoyed the movie more just from the trailers and not actually watching the whole movie.
Just watch a highlights reel.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the highlights reel for this movie would be amazing. But, it's kind of the same thing. Like, just these villains, they're not hitting the spot. It's kind of like, Apocalypse, he's a god, basically.
Yeah.
And he the way he falls to these like plebs.
Yeah.
It's just
High school plebs.
yeah, high school plebs. That's exactly it. It's just like, come on, why waste that beautiful character?
Yeah. Also, too much of a Jennifer Lawrence vehicle.
Yeah.
And she looked like she couldn't give a shit whether
Yeah.
she was
She
there
was
or not.
done. She
But
was
I don't
done.
actually know if that's just her face or not.
Yeah, she could have resting bitch face.
Yeah, she could.
A lot of people
She
do.
could.
That's fine.
Exactly.
And have you rewatched it? Will you?
I have rewatched it once only.
Once only.
Yeah, once only.
Did
I think
it
that was
get
enough.
better or worse?
Well, it's probably on par.
Yeah,
for me,
it's
'cause
just
I-
like nothing got.
Nah.
It just
it
went
was-
through it again.
Yeah.
How about yourself, Troy?
Well, I actually watched it twice when we reviewed it. So,
That's right, you did too.
So I watched it twice within a week. And I have watched it once since, but I think that's it for me. Like, I would rather go back and watch X-Men Days of Future Past any day than go back and rewatch X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, the only reason I would go back and watch this movie, I haven't watched it again yet. The only reason would be to see the Quicksilver scene.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
know.
can just YouTube that shit.
Yeah,
buddy.
exactly. And why would I go watch a whole movie when I can just watch that great
A
5
long
minutes?
ass movie.
It
It
was
is
a
long.
very long movie.
That was something the critics said, actually, getting into the next.
Did the critics get it right?
Yes
yeah,
Oh.
and no.
Probably.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I
you want to
think
fight
so.
me?
No, I agree with you. Yeah, they did get it right, but there were some things that boosted it up a
Yeah.
little bit. Right? What am I trying to say? The critics had like the baseline of what they were saying was right, but I
Yeah.
don't think it was as shit as some people said.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, so I would agree in the sense that panned way too much for what it was. It was nowhere near as bad as they said it was, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. So by no means were they wrong, but fuck them. So whatever.
Yeah.
They're always wrong.
Yeah.
Always. All right. Now, the next one. Now,
Hey,
this is
hey.
good. Oh,
You, buddy.
yeah.
What's your thoughts? The world needs to hear this.
I think the critics got it wrong. I think it was better than what they said it was.
Yeah.
But no way near as not near as good as it should have been.
Yeah. That's fair.
God damn. All right. This is going to be pretty controversial, this one. Suicide Squad.
Ooh, Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Original thoughts, Amy.
I love this movie, and I will continue to love this movie.
Reasons?
Look, there was a bit of a heavy focus on the Margot Robbie, Will Smith characters, whatever. Everyone's going to say that. That's fine. But my love of this movie stems from the fact that they're not superheroes. They're bad people.
Yeah.
And bad people can do good things. And they have shit days, but whatever. I liked it. It
Not
was
all
fun.
heroes wear capes
Yeah.
and puppies and sunshine and
It was
whatnot.
fun. Not the best plot, but it was a fun movie. And I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yourself, Troy?
I liked it, but it was fucking poorly edited.
Oh, yeah.
It was a mess of a movie that had a really the look of it was good, like the tone was good, the storyline was pretty crap. The villain, now these are my original thoughts. The villain I didn't think was that bad, but going back and rewatching it, I do take it back. was probably just blinded by the fact that we had another DC movie, and I was just super excited.
Yeah, you had your DC rose-colored glasses on.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
that. Because having seen it again, so there's my answer. Have I watched it again? Having seen it again, it's nowhere near as as good as I wanted it to be.
The second time you watched it, did you watch the extended edition?
I have not watched the extended edition yet. I will
Yeah.
purely just to watch it.
But you're not like hyped up.
But
to
I'm
watch
not.
It.
Man, I didn't
Yeah.
run out and like get it. So yeah.
Okay,
Your
fair enough.
original thoughts?
Have you seen it again, Amy?
I have seen it again twice.
Oh, right. And do you see the extended edition?
No, I haven't seen the extended edition.
Right. All right. Well, I'll tell you my original thoughts. I thought the movie was pretty okay.
Yeah.
Like Troy said, man, the editing, the plot, it's just these guys. I know it felt rushed.
Well, and it was
Almost.
such a long movie.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, was it?
It
yeah,
was.
a
It
long
was. It
movie,
was 2
yeah.
hours.
Yeah, and it could have been a little bit tighter. There's just parts in there that almost don't even need to be in there, and there's things that needed to be in there that weren't in it.
Yeah, I agree with that. They cut out some shit that should have been in there.
Yeah, like Katana, it's a fantastic character. She has this sword that will take your soul, and you don't get to see it.
She just talks to it in the corner
Yeah,
for like
exactly.
one scene.
Now,
She's almost literally the only person that has something that could be classed as like a superpower.
Yeah.
Other than Diablo. Yeah. And you never get to see it used.
super disappointing. Now, I've seen the extended edition,
Oh, you have?
and holy shit, I wish I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, this actually made me dislike the Joker a little bit.
They had too much Joker.
What they added in was just chucked in for the sake of stopping Jared Leto having a sook, I think.
Well, yeah, I think from what I've heard, there's still plenty that's on the cutting room floor. But yeah, from what I've heard, it doesn't do anything to build the character at all.
No, it made the movie just... It actually made it shittier.
I've seen one of the scenes, and I'm kind of like, well, how would that even fit in anywhere? And if that is in the Harley Quinn Joker origin story,
Is that the
bit-
one where she's holding the gun to him?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That scene in the movie is just so fucking out of place. It's
Yeah.
like, this has just been chucked in here.
I thought
to
they did
appease
enough.
fans,
I thought
probably.
they did enough with the Joker in the movie.
Yeah, so did
they
I.
didn't need to do any more.
Yeah.
He was like in there, daunting, and then out.
As
which
much
was
as I
good.
was excited for it at the start, I think the movie would have benefited from not having him in it at all and saving that for, something similar, like something like the Batman solo movie or something like that.
Yeah.
Bringing him into that. This movie was already cram-packed full of characters, so it was a bit,
Yeah. And he could have just been in like a after scenes credit of him breaking out Harley.
yeah.
Yeah, that would have been good.
That would have been fucking fantastic.
Yep.
Correct.
Especially for how much they like heavily focus their promotional material around the Joker.
Yeah.
And then to get what we got was kind of like, yeah.
But their promotional material was a nightmare anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
we ain't even
Critics.
talking about.
Yeah.
Did the critics get it right?
Did the critics get it right? After watching the extended edition,
Yeah.
the one that they didn't review,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
might say, maybe they did on this one.
Yeah.
Look, I liked the movie and I won't stop liking the movie based on what a critic says, but I think some of the things the critics did say had a lot of truth to it in terms of character focusing, shit editing, stuff in there that was just fluff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of like on the fence with
Well,
the critics.
I'm going to give you a bonus question in here. What could have made that movie better?
Oh, I don't know. Not releasing everything before the movie came out.
Yep.
Let us guess something.
Yeah, that. And possibly removing faceless villains. I know it's a PG
Yeah.
13 movie, and that's what kind of hindered the quality of it.
Well, if you're
Yeah.
talking about a movie about a bunch of bad guys that are, taking on whatever they're taking on, like whatever they're doing. These are some of the baddest of the bad, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
You can't have that as a PG-13 movie, man.
No, exactly.
Like, you can't do it. You need to have them act as bad guys. And the only reason they could get away with doing what they did is because, like you said, they just had faceless, like, villains, whatever
And
they were. Like
faceless villains and no blood.
Yeah, Volcano Rock Men or something.
Yeah.
And that took a lot of it away. The only thing I'd add onto what you guys have said would be less studio interference. Because
Yeah.
that's the studio has come in and they've just gone, nope, do this. This is what we think is going to make us money. And the movie comes out and it looks like a bunch of shit for the most part.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. And just oversaturated with characters.
Yeah.
There's a lot in there.
Example, Captain Boomerang.
Well,
Like, he threw one boomerang.
It could have taken or leaving
yeah,
him.
it's true. Oh, no, he threw a couple. And he had that radio-controlled one. That was
That's
fun.
the one I was talking about.
Oh, really?
He also drank some liquor. I don't know.
Yeah, look, he was obviously only there for a little bit of comic relief.
Yeah.
Probably could have been without it, but I don't know, man. I mean, that movie could have done a lot of things differently and been brilliant.
Yeah. Like, here, drop Killer Croc, drop Captain Boomerang, and get Katana in there a whole lot more.
Yeah.
We could talk for days about
Yeah,
this.
we could. All right, let's move on to Doctor Strange. Original thoughts, Troy.
I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah. And we only reviewed this like a few weeks ago, however long it was. It wasn't that long. But
This was your highest rated movie of the year, you know?
no, I think Batman vs Superman might have been.
Really?
Did
Yeah.
you give it like 1,000 out of 100?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I really enjoyed it. Like, I understand, like, it's the same sort of, cookie cutter Marvel story.
Yeah.
But I think the visuals and everything that they brought into it was a lot better than anything we've seen for quite some time.
Yeah. I thought the visuals were great. This was just the magical Iron Man story for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was great, but definitely not the best Marvel movie that's ever been released.
And what is that in your opinion?
Ooh.
Putting you on the spot.
God damn, it's Guardians of the Galaxy, mate.
Oh.
It's no question.
All right.
I'm not going to fight you on that one. My first thoughts were, I really love this movie. The visuals were probably what sold it to me. Doctor Strange isn't in itself, as in the comic, isn't my favourite.
Yep.
But watching the movie, I will probably do some digging now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, converted.
Yeah. Converted. Tick.
And it's probably too early to say, have you rewatched it yet? It's probably not even released digitally.
Again, this is another one that I watched twice.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you were falling asleep in the cinema.
Yeah, because I came back and we watched like a 9 o'clock session and I was jet lagged as
That's
fuck.
bedtime, man.
Hey, oh man, I struggled, and then I went the very next morning after I got some sleep, and I rewatched it, and that is the experience that I take away.
Yeah, cool.
From that movie.
And did the critics get it right, Amy?
Well, I think pretty much the critics were pro for this.
Yep.
So I would agree.
Oh, it's a Marvel movie. They're always pro.
Illuminati confirmed.
Illuminati. Yeah, I think they did too. For the most part, it was a success, and it was a success, and it's made a shit ton of money. So
Tick,
you can't
tick,
say
tick.
it's not.
Yeah. I think they got it right, but I think they praised it way too high for what it was, in my opinion.
Well, you gave this like some sort of ridiculous
75.
score, like a 75
Same
or some
as
shit.
Deadpool.
Same as Deadpool. It's just what it deserved, mate.
I don't understand what you like.
You literally have given it the highest
Guardians
rating.
of the Galaxy is what he likes.
He
Yeah.
probably
That's
would
it.
have given Guardians of the Galaxy a 76. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to ratings.
Mate, you're wrong.
None of us do.
No.
Let's be fair.
All right. Let's move on. Let's go to Star Trek Beyond. Original thoughts, Troy.
I loved it. And I sound like I'm saying that a lot, but I did love it because it was a real throwback to the original. There was some stuff that they probably didn't need to do but it was great to see the different kind of pairings and things like that they had in this movie. I think it was a lot of fun, visually spectacular, and a great addition to the Star Trek. Universe.
I loved it. Extreme underuse of Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller?
Was it Ezra Miller? Who am I thinking? Ezra Miller.
Come on, man.
Of the villain.
The villain.
Who was the villain?
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, yeah.
That's all right, I got this.
And far too much movie coincidence, e.g., spaceship in the mountain that works after 100 years.
Yeah.
Finding a fucking motorbike. Come on, mate. But in saying that, it was a fun movie. Have you seen
yeah.
it, Amy?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. There was a lot more comedy relief in this one with, I can't remember the name of the woman who they run into on the planet. Jayla. She was my favourite out of that whole movie. She made it for me. And I really did enjoy it. There were some scenes that shit me off, but overall it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you rewatched it?
Once, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I don't think I will.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if it's on. And I
Okay.
have nothing else to do.
That's how he's
Really?
rating them. If it's on,
Yeah.
we'll watch.
Yeah. If it's like just in the background, I might just have a peek.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it again, but I probably would. I think I would.
Go out of your way to watch it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
damn.
put it on.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. That's Fantastic Beasts. Now, I'm going to go to Amy first on this.
This is my favourite movie ever of the year.
Ever?
Yeah, I loved this movie. I loved everything about this movie. We've only reviewed this very recently.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. So there were some plot holes, blah, blah, blah. But come on, the Harry Potter universe is amazing.
Well, I think because it is the Harry Potter universe, you can almost let the plot holes go because it's a magical world.
It's made up.
Yeah.
But
That's fair.
That's my thoughts.
No, I kind of agree with you there, Amy. What about you, Troy?
Wouldn't go as far, as Amy, but I did really enjoy it. Original thoughts were, didn't know a lot about the world anyway. Kind of only seen the movies once, like the others. But for what they created, I really enjoyed. And for 2 hours and 15 minutes, it didn't feel like it at all. It was a good ride.
Yeah, fair enough. And I know Amy will watch this again.
I will. For sure.
Just like there's no tomorrow. Troy, would you?
Look, I'll be honest with you. I probably won't.
Get out.
I don't think there's a need for me to rewatch it.
Yeah.
It's not like they're going to bring out an extended edition or a director's cut or something like that. So probably not. I'd say one and done.
One and done. I'm with you on that one. There, I know what's happened. I don't need to go back. There's nothing that made me go, oh shit. Should I go back and rewatch that just to see what happened there? Yeah, nah. I know it all. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did the critics get it right?
Yeah, I think there was pretty good praise for this movie. So, well, actually, I did see some poor reviews, but I ignored them.
So they don't exist.
Yeah, so I think they did, for the most part, get it right.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's got a fairly good score wherever you kind of see it. Not the best thing you're going to ever see, sorry, Amy, but also far, far, far from the worst.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say they got it pretty well.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll agree. Not to. That's
Very
mostly
agreeable
because
today.
mostly because I haven't seen many of the reviews.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But I presume they're pretty decent because this is going to have a huge following.
Yeah.
All right, now
Just looking at your list, I see you've saved the best
The
for
best
last.
for last.
we're going. Just because I knew this would be the funnest ones to talk about. All right, so we're going to get into the scraping of the barrel,
As it were.
Yeah, the fun part of the show, and let's talk about Independence Day. And I'm going to go to Troy because I know he loved this movie.
Independence Day regurgence. That's all I can say. Mate, I honestly think I vomited in my mouth while I was watching this movie. It was the biggest steaming pile of shit I've seen in quite some time. And I've seen some shit movies, but this is like...
Right up there.
This sets the standard. This is the steamiest one.
Oh, this is like the shit that has been out in the sun and it's like got flies on it and like you've stepped in it and now it's on your foot and you can't get rid of it no matter what you do. The stink is just with you forever.
And even though you wash it off, you think you can still smell
exactly,
it.
Yeah. So yeah, I loved it. It was good.
Good. I actually turned this movie off
Wow.
halfway through and had to watch it on a separate day. I started watching it and I was just so infuriated that I turned it off.
Yep.
Wow.
That's fair.
I turned it off, and I don't do that. Normally, I just watch the movie, whatever. If it's shit, I stick it out. But
See, I was at the cinema. I couldn't turn it off.
yeah, I refuse.
There's
to go
no off
see it in the
button.
cinema.
Troy was looking over at me during this movie like, mate, you made me watch this.
I was angry before we even went and saw the movie that we had to review this shit.
Yeah, so that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, far out. I actually really enjoyed the movie. It's a popcorn movie. I'm
It
putting
is
it
a
on.
popcorn
It's on the
movie.
same level as your bloody Transformers and your Fast and Furiouses. Mate, it's
Can we
just
put
a
up
fun...
a fucking trigger warning? 'Cause I'm about to lose my mind.
Look, I think my issue was that I loved the original Independence Day too much,
Yeah.
and then came into this and I was like, this is not a good way to remember it. Turn it
Yeah,
off.
right. Fair
So-
enough.
Will Smith's kid's mother. I don't even know what Will Smith's kid's name is in that movie.
Will Smith, probably.
Will Smith Jr. His mother went from stripper to doctor, and I'm not saying that that's not like possible, but that's just it's testament to the kind of like shit that this movie had because you don't even see or hear like anything about how she became a doctor or anything like that. Like she was going through school or whatever, but she's apparently become this head doctor of this like hospital. But then all that, and then it doesn't matter because she just fucking dies anyway. So who gives a shit?
Yeah, that was a really weird plot device. Like, what was it meant to do to make?
Sorry,
this?
did you just use the word plot? Did you just say plot?
Yeah.
That is a word that does not exist within this movie.
Do you know,
damn.
I watched, because I turned it off and then I watched it again, it was very jumbled. I didn't really remember all of the things. So I watched some sort of YouTube highlights of it yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this. This is fucking the worst thing I've ever done.
You should do yourself a favor, jump on YouTube and jump onto CinemaSins and check out what they
yes.
did for this movie. You will love it.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Fantastic. That's the best way to watch these movies, I reckon.
Well, yeah. Rather than wasting your hard-earned money
Yeah.
and time.
They do a great job.
I won't watch it
Did
again.
you? So, were you finished with your thoughts? Like, you kind of enjoyed it. Like,
Yeah.
what about it was good?
Oh, it's just the whole mythology of, Independence Day. I love that first movie. It was so good.
If it wasn't for Bill Paxton, there would be almost no real connection to the original movie.
Jeff Goldblum.
And yeah, so apart from the kind of shitty characters that they try to like bring back, there is like, it's kind of like they've done it just to remind you that this is supposed to be connected to that movie. But it's your thoughts, man. So, as wrong
let him
as
talk
wrong
over
as you are,
Fair enough.
I'll not try to sway your opinion.
So, I'm guessing none of you will rewatch it.
No.
I'd rather shoot myself in the face.
I would rewatch this.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of all of the movies we've discussed, and you
There are
would turn it
movies.
on?
Sorry, there are. Can we just? You haven't rewatched Captain America: Civil War, am I right?
You're correct.
You haven't rewatched X-Men: Apocalypse,
Correct.
Am I right? Yet, and some of them you just like, if they're on TV, I'll watch them. But this is one, man. I'm out. No,
Did your partner like this movie?
She hasn't seen it, and that's
Okay.
why I would rewatch it.
Yeah, okay.
She'll hate it. She'll fucking hate it because she goes, that shit is too unrealistic.
All right.
I don't know how she watches any of the movies that I watch.
Let's move on to the next one.
Let's-
Oh no, did the critics get it right? Fuck yes, they
Yes.
did.
Nah.
Okay, that's the theme of this discussion.
All right, let's move on. The most controversial movie
Oh, trigger warning.
Trigger warning to be released in years, and that's Ghostbusters.
Who would have thought that this would be the movie that would bring about so much friggin' controversy to the point of
Unbelievable.
like death threats on the internet for like the cast and things like that.
It's unbelievable.
man.
Honestly.
This is the movie where you really got to see the dark side of the not dark web, the normal web.
Yeah.
The dark side of the normal web, whatever that is.
The grey web.
Yeah, because people were just they were
Nasty, man.
yeah, I was gonna drop the C bomb.
I know. I could
For
see.
lack
I
of
could see
another
your mouth
word. but,
forming the.
ooh, it was just like, ooh. They went way too far.
They did. And I mean, it's just a bloody movie. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it.
No one's forcing you to watch it unless
Yeah.
you've got to review it on a show like this. But
Yeah. Original thoughts though, I thought it was good, man.
I fucking laughed my ass
I
off.
really like this
Yeah.
movie.
So you can take your nostalgia and you can take your like your how dare you cast 4 women in a role and your sexism and all that sort of stuff, and you can
Shove it.
Yeah,
Just bloody shove it.
exactly.
But that said, it wasn't the perfect movie by a long stretch, and there were some problems with it. Like my biggest thing with it, I don't know if I really spoke about it at the time because I did enjoy it and I had a lot of fun with it, and we laughed and all that sort of stuff. I think it would have been better served as a sequel rather than a reboot.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
And
It's kind of like, the ghosts have been dormant for 20 years.
yeah, and these are like the one of them is the kid of someone of the original.
This it should have been a reverse with Independence Day and Ghostbusters. I think how Independence Day is the kids of the main people.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
They
yeah.
should have reversed it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly that. And then you have like the cameos that you have from the original cast are of themselves. So you're not kind of trying to take away anything from the original sort
Yeah.
of beloved movie. You're kind of just trying to grow that universe rather than sort of turn to the fans and say, "Oh, well, guess what? To us, that doesn't exist anymore. This is the new Ghostbusters universe."
Yeah.
So I think that's where they kind of really fucked up.
Yeah, I agree. If they had like the old guys working in the shop,
Yeah.
working on
Yeah.
their tools or, doing stuff to keep the ghosts away,
Yeah.
that would have been fantastic. Will you rewatch it, Amy?
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah.
I would. This would probably be one of the ones that if it was on, I would watch it. Like, I don't know if I would necessarily turn it on myself.
Yeah.
But I would definitely sit through it again.
I have, and I'll say this: it doesn't stand up as much a second time around. I didn't, the laughs don't hit anywhere near as hard the second time around. And you can say that about a lot of movies, but there are some movies out there that no matter how many times you watch it, it's funny. And this is not one of them, but it's still nowhere near as bad as what people are saying.
Yeah, see, comedies, they're really hard to rewatch because you know where the jokes are.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, I've already laughed at it.
Yeah.
Do you know what my favourite one is to rewatch, though?
What?
It's Pineapple Express.
Really?
I will rewatch that forever.
Mine,
It's funny every time.
Mine's Austin Powers too.
Oh, yeah. And like
Oh, yeah.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detectives.
Yes.
That one.
See, that's
They're just-
20 years old,
Yeah.
and that movie is still funny.
Anyway, so
So it can work, and that's my point. Like, it can work. This is one, having seen it recently. Look, I'll admit I was on a plane, so it wasn't necessarily the most comfortable way to watch a movie. But again, it didn't hit.
Yeah, and you also got to remember, Austin Powers, Pineapple Express, Ace Ventura, they're all like very unique forms of comedy.
yeah.
There's no other movies like that where this Ghostbusters was kind of like a generic comedy,
Yeah.
like kind of within a semi-action movie.
Well, you've got 4 super funny women at the helm.
Yeah.
You've got a great comedy writer / director in Paul Feig.
Feige?
Whatever you want to pronounce
I
his
ask
name.
every week.
And Chris Hemsworth himself had some pretty good
was
comedy chops that
funny.
we
He
weren't
was
really
hilarious.
expecting. But yeah, I don't know. Did the critics get it right?
Hell no.
No.
Yes, because remember, the critics actually liked this movie.
Oh, it was
the
hate
fans
from
that
the-
didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's
that's
right.
right.
So the critics got it right. I think the people on the internet, maybe a little bit too harsh. Let's just hang back with the death threat, shall we?
Yeah. All right. Now let's move on to the ultimate blockbuster of the year. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Out of the shadows.
Number 2.
Who's going first?
I'll go
you
first. This, oh man, is just Casey Jones. Terrible.
I think you mean Oliver Queen.
Yeah, Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
April, terrible. Plot, terrible. Everything, just terrible.
Okay.
Just the biggest pile of dog shit I've ever fucking seen. And I stood in it with both feet.
See, this stresses me out a little bit because you're taking this movie, which was by no stretch of the imagination a good movie, but you are basically saying that Independence Day Resurgence is a good movie, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows you just can't deal with at all.
No, see, you're
No nostalgia, no nothing, no
you're confusing
turtle van.
You're confusing good movie with enjoyable.
Right.
This was an enjoyable movie at all,
Okay.
and it just wasn't a good movie at all. So it's just terrible, mate.
All right. Original thoughts. That's good.
Want to know my original thoughts?
Yeah, what are yours, Amy?
I refuse to watch this movie, and I've still not seen it to this day.
Fantastic.
You've made the best decision of your life right there.
Good.
My original thoughts wasn't great, but like it had its moments, and there were moments of fun and like little bits of comedy and stuff like that. You got to take it for what it is. This movie isn't directed at people like you
No,
and me.
it's for 6-year-olds.
It's for kids, and it is, and it's directed at kids and young teenagers and stuff like that. And you can see like it's all big, like it's visual. There's no real substance to the movie, and that's fine. But you've got to take it for what it is. Which we're never going to get what we want to see out of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, except for the very first one,
Yeah, that one was good.
which
it
was
wasn't
cool.
bad.
So
Will you watch it again? Hell no.
look, no. To be honest with you, no.
And Amy won't watch it at all.
So we know that.
And did the critics get it right?
What did they say?
Fuck, I couldn't even tell you. They probably slammed it.
Oh, I don't think they slammed it. I think they were kind of down the middle. I think they were a little bit more objective.
Yeah, right.
So again, like if we're talking about out of 10, it probably got a 5,
Yeah.
a 5.5 sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of where I think you gave it. Like
Yeah.
you gave it like a 50.
Yeah.
out of 100 or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. All right, now let's wrap it up. What was your favorite movie overall?
Favorite movie of the year?
Yeah.
Amy?
Fantastic Beasts.
No surprise. Troy?
Get back to me on that one in a sec, champ. There's a couple that I really like.
You're just going to play it over?
Yeah.
Mine is going to be Batman vs. Superman.
Really?
Just
Nice.
bloody knocked it out of the park for me.
Yep.
And I know lots of people hate it, but you know what? They can, because I love it.
They can do what they want.
Exactly. Troy?
For me, it's a close toss up between Deadpool and Civil War.
You got to pick one, mate.
Look, Deadpool is definitely up there for me
Deadpool.
also.
There you go.
Oh, mate, this shows your caliber of a person. Fantastic.
So what did you just say? Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice.
All right, so what was your dark horse?
Dark Horse. Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghostbusters
Yeah.
across the board, I think.
For sure. It was one of those movies that was supposed to be the
Yeah.
biggest piece of shit you've ever seen in your life if you're listening to the fanboys on the internet. Supposed to be crap, and it fucking wasn't. So
So take that.
take that, everyone.
And worst movie of the year for you.
TMNT.
You can't say that. You
can't
didn't
say that.
see it.
Of the movies I've watched, Independence Day.
Oh, do I even have to fucking say it?
Yeah, you do, mate.
Independence Day, fucking shithead.
Mine's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let
Couldn't
us
tell.
let us know
Your favorites on
Your
Twitter, Facebook. Oh, no, let us know. We've got another thing that they can let us know on.
Yeah, we got like this little secret community. We got our own Illuminati going on.
Ooh, Illuminati.
Now, if
Confirmed.
you're on Facebook, jump onto our Facebook page, and we've got
Yeah.
a link to the Comic Confidential
Listener
listener community.
Yeah, it's where everyone can get together and, it's a safe place where we will moderate heavily any
Bad
bad
stuff.
behavior.
Yeah,
Let me tell you.
You just jump on there and just don't be a dickhead. You can
don't-
do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your first post was don't be a wanker and just have some fun.
Yeah.
So jump on Comic Confidential listener community, have some fun with some like-minded people, and just get chatting about all stuff geeky and nerdy and movies and TVs.
Yeah,
and whatnot.
jump on there, suggest some TV shows to some other people.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's on fire, man.
It is. It's been going well.
Otherwise, let us know on Facebook normally or Twitter or anything like that. Your favorite movies of the year and obviously your least favorite as well.
That's going to bring us to the week of the summer where we wrap all the moments of moments for TV shows. Signing off with The Walking Dead. Sing me a song.
Jesus Christ.
Someone. Didn't you say there's someone who listens to it really fast?
Yeah.
Imagine him speeding that up.
Shane listens to it in like time and a half.
Yeah.
Speed and a half.
I don't know how you do that.
That
but
is mental.
That is mental. But for those who didn't understand that, it's the weekly wrap. It's the part where we wrap up all the week's TV shows.
Yeah.
Troy thinks I talk way too fast.
Oh, look, I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Mate, you just got to keep up, eh?
Yeah.
I think you might be a little bit slow.
Hey, I'm just slow and deliberate. I like to get my points across, not just randomly blurt out word sounds.
Word
Boom.
sounds.
Just like that.
Anyway, let's get it started. The Walking Dead. Sing me a song. And talk moment number one is we get like Negan panel for panel from the comics. God damn!
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey, Amy.
Yeah.
You going to join in?
Yeah, it was real good. Real good.
For those of you just joining us, Amy does not watch The Walking Dead. Has never. Probably will never.
They showed me like a recap for everybody listening at home just before we recorded today, and I nearly fell asleep. So
That's fair.
That is not fair because this was fantastic, man.
Look, I will give it's a much better episode than the couple of episodes that we've had previously. I still think focusing way too much on Negan and all that sort of stuff, but I understand why everyone likes it because this is panel for panel almost from the comics, which is great. And there's some really good stuff that we get from this because of that.
Yeah. So basically, we get to see Carl up in Negan's room, which is like kind of weird in itself, isn't it? You think he might take him to an office or something. Don't take a child to your bedroom, mate.
It's weird,
That is weird.
It's super
I
weird.
just want to point that out.
especially with his obsession with his eye socket.
Yeah. He loves it. He bloody
Loves
loves
it.
it. Makes him cry.
Yeah, he does. See, this is the thing. Like, this is the kind of Carl starts off as this really kind of like badass kid that's just like, I'm going to go there and I'm going to fuck shit up.
And he does, man.
He does, but then he very quickly realizes that he's got himself into a whole world of hurt, because Negan basically spends the next, because remember, this is an 1.5 hour episode, so Negan spends the next however long sort of just tormenting him, kind of, between, breaking his balls and kind of actually seeming like he gives a shit, which is really weird.
It's how Negan is. He is weird like that.
Yeah.
And we also, we kind of got a tour of the complex, which is, really the first time we've seen it, because we've only kind of seen the little, I guess, security area out the front where all the zombies
you haven't
are.
really seen too much other than that, and a little bit inside, sort of with Dwight and Daryl, from previous episodes. But yeah, this gives us a whole new look at the sanctuary, I believe it's called. And yeah, it's basically an impregnable, is that a word? Impenetrable?
Both
of those words are kind of weird.
They both sound dirty.
They sound
can't
very
get in there,
sexual.
let's just say.
Yeah.
Cannot come inside the sanctuary.
Oh my God. But yeah, probably not the next best thing for me to say is that we meet all of Negan's wives as well. God damn.
Yeah, we do. And you can see the kind of this guy is a sick bastard. My problem is, though, we've already seen that he's a sick bastard. How many more times do we need to see that he's a sick bastard in this sort of first half of the season?
One more 1.5 hours.
Yes, exactly. I think my biggest problem at the moment is there are other things they could focus on rather than this. But it does show you, it gives you a good insight into the mindset, I guess, a little bit more of Negan, which is fine.
And we also got to see the iron.
Yeah.
God damn. He is ruthless with that. Do not step out of line, otherwise you get an iron to the face.
Yeah. He'll also press a mean shirt,
Yeah.
I reckon. He looks like he knows how to handle it.
I think so.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing with this, before we move on to top moment number 2, is we kind of get to see Carl and Daryl kind of interact with each other without actually interacting.
Actually, I had a listener of the show, Peter. He hit me up. He's like, "What did he bloody say to him?" I was like, "I don't know, mate."
Yeah, but I think it's kind of and then we obviously see at the end where somebody, Dwight probably, slips Daryl a note saying leave now, and he's got the key to the bike and all that sort of stuff. So, I don't know. It's all starting to culminate in everybody kind of turning their backs on Negan.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you kind of saw Dwight giving side looks to Negan.
Yeah.
Kind of you're a fuckwit, mate.
Yeah. And I think that kind of, it doesn't help when Dwight walks into a room and Negan's kind of macking on his wife.
Yeah.
And he just sort of looks at him. He kind of just puts his finger up as if to wait and just keeps going.
God damn.
He's a dick. We know he's a dick.
He is.
I wish we'd just focus on some other stuff. I really see, my biggest thing, I want to see what's happening at the Kingdom. We haven't
Where's
been
it
there.
been,
We
mate?
haven't been there since episode 2, man. So let's get back there. But we know we're not going to before the season's over. Let's move on.
All right. Top moment number 2. Rosita has a bullet. Finally.
Yeah, finally, she's got her bullet.
You know what? This just shows if you nag enough, you get what you want.
Exactly. This is how you live your life, kids. You go out there and you ask for something, and when someone says no, you call them a piece of shit and a coward.
Yeah.
You just berate the shit out of them, and then you nag them until they make you a friggin' bullet, and they'll do it. That's life.
That is life. That's life in a nutshell, mate.
But yeah, this is the culmination of her plan for revenge. So she is dead set, hell bent on no matter what the consequences, she is going to use this single bullet to kill Negan in retribution for the death of Abraham.
If only she could see that Carl had a machine gun and couldn't even kill Negan.
Well, can I just, I understand why the whole thing was done this way, but I feel like, and I was watching this with my girlfriend, right? And she's the whole time, she's like, why the fuck isn't he just shooting him? Just shoot him. He's got the gun pointed at him right now. This is the whole reason why you went there. Just shoot him.
Yeah.
And she spent the whole sort of episode going, why don't people just kill him? Dwight hates him. Why doesn't Dwight just kill him? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They all have guns. Why is everybody so hell bent on kneeling to a guy with a baseball bat?
I agree with her.
It's the fear that he's put into these people. It's the idea that he is one man, but everyone else is also Negan.
Yes, but in a world where there is nothing left for you, at some point, you kind of just got to take a chance. Yeah?
Well, you've almost nailed it on the head there. You know, in a world where there's like nothing left, he's the one supplying.
Yeah, supplying you with a shit life.
Well, mate, you're alive, aren't you?
Anyway.
Let's move on.
So Rosita, she's got her bullet. Let's see what happens now. Good way to get yourself killed.
Yeah, I think she might be gone.
My opinion, she will be the next big character that dies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, either her or Sasha.
Yeah. Top moment number 3, Rick and Aaron find a new compound.
Yes, another compound. That's all we need. But this is basically the show kind of showing you that there are other people out there and that they're going to have to bring them all together to take on the Saviors and Negan and, the Sanctuary and all that sort of stuff. So they're showing you how big and, sort of formidable this fortress is and the people inside it and all that sort of stuff. And you're kind of getting little hints about who is going to come together to fight the big monster.
Yeah.
And this is probably another example of who this will be. Sorry.
Playing footsies with me,
Excuse
mate.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't overly excited about this because it kind of makes me think like how many seasons is this? 7 seasons?
7.
It's almost like in 7 seasons they've run into like one group of survivors,
Yep.
which was like the governor.
Yeah.
And now they've run in and Terminus.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
2 groups and now they've run into like 5
5.
around this area. It's like, come on, mate.
Yeah, it's all within the same area.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like, Jesus.
And these are guys that go on like sort of like
Scouting
missions like every day.
Yeah. Bit too convenient.
It is. It's movie or TV convenience.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the highest likely sort of choice for who this is going to be is probably a character called Magna.
Yeah.
Who, strong female character, leads a group of like a very small group of survivors.
Don't need no man.
She's an independent woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's got about a group of about 6 or something like that, and she is integral to the storyline. And I think if you're looking at how much of this related to the comics, it's likely that that's who it's going to be.
Yeah. What do you rate it, mate?
Look, 3.5. Like, it was a good episode and it was enjoyable and it had some great sort of like you said, panel for panel shots from the comics, and even the dialogue was ripped straight from the pages. And normally I would love that. My biggest problem is that it's focusing way too heavily on the wrong things. We're 8 episodes in?
Yeah.
That was the 8th episode. We've got 1 more left. And we know the last episode is going to focus around Negan again. So that's probably 6 out of 9 episodes that are focused around, this character that they haven't actually really done anything with except show you that he's an arsehole.
Fair enough. I'm going to give it a 4 just because of all the pull from the comics. Loved it. Let's move on to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The Laws of Inferno Dynamics.
Yeah.
That's what an odd title for the episode.
Well,
It
the
is.
thing is, the law of thermodynamics is the real one. But it's
look who's got a
Inferno
degree in
because
things.
it's Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Love it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
Inferno. Yeah, okay, good.
So what is the law of thermodynamics?
Well, that's what they're talking about, where things can't be created out of nothing.
Yeah,
So
of course. Science.
something has to start
Science.
somewhere, is what they're saying.
I'm
Anyway,
all about science.
Let's go.
Top moment number 1, the gang is all together. So they kind of all sort of decide that, let's stop all this infighting. If we're going to take on Eli and we're going to beat him, we need to come together as a cohesive team, and that involves everybody, including Daisy and the director Mace.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a little outfit. Looks jacked as
Yeah.
fuck in it, man.
When he appeared on screen, I was like, who the fuck is that? And then I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's
That's
him.
I dug it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, so did I. And, obviously he's an Inhuman that has super strength, so you'd hope he'd be somewhat jacked.
Yeah.
But doesn't necessarily have to be. My only issue with it is when he comes in, he hits this guy, and this guy like flies through the room because obviously he has super strength, and that's fine, right? The next 3 guys that he hits, he's like, looks like he's punching the shit out of them, and they just kind of take a normal punch like a normal stunt person would, you know what I mean?
They ran out of budget.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, no more harnesses and wires to like pull them across the room or anything like that, but just a little bit of a, what's the, I don't know.
A mismatch of powers.
Yeah, I
like a
guess
little
so.
bit inconsistent.
Inconsistency.
And
yeah.
that's what all these shows kind of suffer from, is like keeping it like, remember guys, he's this strong.
Yeah.
Keep it like that.
Yeah, exactly. And there shouldn't be any deviation from that. And then we got to see Yo-Yo get a couple of like.
Yeah, she was cool.
She was cool, but it's like everybody is getting their own Quicksilver scene lately.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's, what's really cool about it though? Everyone's doing it in their own individual way.
Yeah, she was very different to what we've seen before. Like you can see her silhouette behind her.
Yeah,
sort
which
of-
is cool.
Yeah.
And what it looks like with her is she is genuinely running in slow motion. Like as an actress, that's how she has to play it. Is by just like
She must
pretending
hate
to
it.
run really slowly.
It does look very awkward.
Yeah, it does.
Like she runs with closed fists. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like when Barry runs, he's running.
Yeah.
But he's just real fast.
Yeah. But I think again, like to go back with the inconsistencies, this is another thing where she's kind of, she's run into this tunnel that's set alight by, like by gasoline and whatever it is and all that sort of stuff. And, it explodes and she can't outrun it. Yet this is a situation where she runs through and she does
That's a
what
good
she,
point.
what she does in the time that she does. I mean, we're talking like she's running faster than bullets. It's just a real inconsistency with her speed level because she should have been able to outrun that blast easily.
You would think so.
Yeah. Well and truly.
Anyway, moral of the story is everyone's friends.
Yeah, pretty much. And like this is like I thought the director, and maybe he'll prove me right or whatever. I thought the director was going to be like a bad guy for sure.
Yeah, so did
Yeah.
I. So did I.
Well, I guess everyone knows about the blackmailing now.
Yeah.
So he's not as secretive.
Yeah. I
Maybe
guess
that
so.
was the feel we were getting because he was
Yeah.
being such a secret squirrel person.
Well, I guess like he says, a team that trusts is a team that triumphs.
triumphs.
Is that what he says?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. That's a good saying.
It is.
Top moment number 2. Mm-hmm. Ghost Rider makes the ultimate sacrifice. Yeah.
Bit anticlimactic.
Yeah. And
It-
is he gone?
Is he
Is he
gone?
gone?
So
Gone for plot reasons.
Yeah, I'd say he's gone for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be the last we see of him. A little bit disappointing that they get rid of him. And you mentioned before we sort of started recording, which I didn't actually realize, they've already kind of changed the title sequence. So they've gotten rid of the flames and the vengeance and all that sort of stuff, and they've changed it to LMDs. Did you say?
Yeah. And what's really, really interesting about this is if you jump on Facebook, you'll see their artwork, not on our Facebook page, on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. one, is that they've got like the whole cast all there, and they're all like faded out except for Agent May.
Ah.
Is this where your theory comes in for the next top moment?
Well, it will. I guess we'll kind of blend Top Moment 2 and 3 together because, I mean, Top Moment 2's done.
Well, can I just say that it was absolutely fantastic. If we don't see him for the rest of the season, like it's a shame. But to have him in the first half of the season was great, and it'll be a massive loss for the show if they do get rid of him because the character's
Definitely.
great. Gabriel Luna does a fantastic job, and I'd love to see more of it.
It's the best thing that's happened to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., in my opinion.
Well
Yep,
and truly.
for sure.
But going on to this whole LMD life model decoy is like this artwork shows. We see that at the end of the episode that May is now an
imposter.
android.
Imposter?
Yeah, an LMD.
Yeah.
Now I don't know when this happened
Neither do I.
because
Well, it would have been after, because I think in the previous episode where they're all in the upside down, we'll call it, I think May was responsible for taking Ada back.
was she?
Yeah. So she was tasked with dropping her back, I believe.
Is that why there's such a big focus on babysitting
or
in this episode? maybe?
or it was at the start of this episode where she had to go and get Ada.
Yeah, she
Right.
did have to get
Yeah.
her, yes.
There you go.
It was one of those two. Like that could have already have been like, LMD May. We don't know. But yeah, one of those 2 times.
Yeah. But my guess for this season is like we're going to see each of these cast members disappear and become LMDs. Going on from what the artwork of, like, this is me conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Because it kind of shows everyone else is blocked out. Has May, she's highlighted.
Yep.
So I think we're going to see other members
Get highlighted.
as they become LMDs.
And then it'll be down to the last couple to
To-
kind of
Yeah.
stop them all, and that'll be Fitz and Mac. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
has to be. And that's probably how we might get Ghost Rider back.
They have
Yeah,
to bring him
maybe.
back to help them.
Yeah.
Or Daisy. Daisy will be one for sure. Daisy will be one of
No.
the humans.
She can be
Yeah.
an android for a while.
Nah, she'll have to be a major part of Shield.
Yeah.
Now that
Big
she's
next part.
rejoined.
Yeah, it'll be her like coming back prize.
Yeah,
her
well-
resurrection.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you rate it?
Rate it. Look, it's hard to give Agents of Shield less than a 4.
Yeah.
because it never really sort of misses a step. This episode wasn't as good. Did have a few things that it did wrong, but like you never sort of sit there watching it going, "Oh my god, can this just hurry up?"
Yeah.
So 4.
Agree. I was going to go 4 as well.
I'm going to go 3.5. Villain was just beaten way too easily for my liking.
Oh, yeah.
Eli just, became
By the
practically a
fucking
god.
Ghost Rider.
Well, who was...
He was crazy. Like, Eli was crazy, though.
He was.
Like,
He was.
unstable.
He was. But mind you, Ghost Rider was impaled on a wall and beat him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, fair point.
Anyway, let's move on to The Flash, episode titled The Present.
Yeah,
Yay.
the present like Christmas present or like the present present.
The present.
Ooh,
present.
a bit of a play on words.
Double meaning. Top moment number 1.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Sure.
you can
Okay. Julian Albert joins Team Flash, and this is what I was waiting for. I knew it had to be some kind of like, double split personality-ish type of thing. I
Yeah.
was really hoping for this kid to join the team, which I'm hoping he has done, and he's not going to switch back and be like a bad guy that they get rid of.
Yeah.
I think he could add value to the team.
Yeah, I'm pretty sick of them using like close team members as the villain.
Yeah.
It's like, mate, you've done that 2 seasons in a row.
Well, they've also, they've also used speedster villains as the main villain, like 2 seasons now, 3 seasons in
You
a
can
row.
never have enough speedsters, mate. I love them.
Well, we'll see what happens. But this is
They're running out of their catalogue, though.
well, they are, and,
They've
and
used them all.
This goes back to what we were talking about earlier in the show in regards to the Flash. Barry reveals his identity to Julian, just like kind of to say, "Hey, I need you to trust me." But that's kind of what he says to everybody.
Yeah.
And at some point, this is why you keep getting betrayed by people.
Yeah.
Because you
because
keep telling them who you are.
yeah, you're not picking and choosing who you're sort of really revealing yourself to. You're just going like, okay, I kind of need this person to trust me for this episode, for this thing. So I'm going to tell him that I'm the Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. And considering how long it took him to tell Iris that he was the Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
exactly.
It's like, this is your closest friend. You grew up with her.
Yep.
And you're now in love with her.
Yep.
Oh, mate. She'll be pissed if she knew.
Yeah, for sure. But this is where we find out that Julian kind of channels the voice of Savitar. He's not actually self-aware at all. He kind of just blacks out, and Savitar speaks through him. So he's an agent like that, sort of agent for Savitar like that.
What do they call that?
he's-
A vessel.
Yes.
He's a
that's
vessel.
the word I'm thinking of.
and he has a pretty daunting prophecy for Team Flash, and that is that one will betray you, one will fall, and one will suffer a fate worse than death.
Now, this here, he also says, I am the future Flash.
Yeah.
This is where grammar's important.
I am the future. comma,
Flash.
Flash.
Yeah.
There has been... the internet blew up like, oh, this is Barry from the future. It's not, mate.
Look,
No,
it's
he's
not.
saying that he is the future.
Yeah, if they even stick closely to the comics, it's not at all. No. So
Don't kill people's dreams like that, Troy.
soz, but you can't see grammar. So maybe just a slight pause would have been nice.
Yeah. Just like half a second.
Yeah, just something. So just quickly, who do we think is who?
In terms of who do we think is...
Like who betrays him? Who
Oh.
dies? Who suffers a fate worse than death?
I reckon HR is got to be one of them. He's either going to betray or die.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
Okay. HR will betray.
Yep.
Yep.
Kid Flash will die, and Joe will have the fate worse than death. Because he
Okay.
saw his kid die.
But Kid Flash won't die.
He won't die. He'll disappear into
Into
the
the
spear
vortex.
force.
He'll seem like he dies, but he won't die.
Yeah.
I agree with that for sure. I think, well, even though it's been prophesized as it were in the later part of the episode that Iris is the one who dies.
Yeah.
But we also know that that's one version of an infinite possibility,
Yeah.
a number of possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. Top moment number 2. Savitar is gone, probably, definitely. Not gone, maybe?
Nah, he'll be back.
Question mark. They're not going to end it like that.
Nah.
no chance.
That was too easy.
Yeah.
well,
Like-
for the fact that we've seen in the future he comes back.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
that's
he
just
ain't gonna-
one future.
Yeah.
Can I
That's
just
just one future.
Now I know everybody has referenced this, and I don't know why we haven't yet. I thought, now I understand the Philosopher's Stone is an actual thing that exists,
Yes.
right? But is it not a little bit on the nose that the first person that mentions
Yes, I was hoping you would say this.
the Philosopher's Stone is the guy who played Draco Malfoy in Harry
You
Potter?
should have said it like Draco Malfoy, the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, and he kind of should like just look sideways. Like that's a perfect example for him to
just
look
like
at the camera and
Just
just
be like,
wink.
wink.
Yeah. I don't like. I think it was a little bit cheesy, but I understand. Like I said, that the Philosopher's Stone is an actual thing.
Yeah.
And I think I was told that the Philosopher's Stone in the US was actually called the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yes.
Yeah. So
That's right.
Maybe they wouldn't even see
That's
the
a good
reference.
point, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, for the rest of us,
Very well. And definitely for Tom Felton, he would know.
he'd be like,
He must have just been laughing internally.
Yeah.
I'd really rather not say it if that's okay.
No, mate.
No,
you've
Tom,
got-
you're going to say it.
I just want to
Jesus
say he's
Christ.
doing so well
He
in
is.
this TV show.
I especially liked him as young Indiana Jones in this episode.
Oh.
Yes.
I was expecting a big rock to come out.
Man, that actually shit me to tears. I'm like, it is the dead of night, son. You do not need to grab your hat. That is purely just trying to make it look like Indiana Jones.
Yes, 100%.
Like, it was fun, but, like, come on, man. There ain't no sun. So not the end of Savitar. I don't know how they're going to get the Philosopher's Stone back.
No.
But, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Just quietly, he was pretty young when he found that stone. Like, what age is he? You reckon mid-20s?
Yeah, because he said his sister she died.
4 years ago,
Yeah.
wasn't it? So and then he launched the expedition, but I don't know how long the expedition went.
I think he said he was 24. At some point, he either said she was 24 or he was 24. Like she was 24 when she died or something like that. So I'd say mid-20s.
Yeah.
Very close to the same age as Barry and the rest of them.
Tell you what, I wasn't doing expeditions when I was 24.
Oh,
I was napping and eating chicken nuggets.
Hell yeah, I was having chicken nugget parties.
Top moment number 3, Kid Flash got some new threads.
Yeah,
Very-
we've seen them before. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
seen him before.
he now has it.
Yeah, super convenient that it's exactly the same outfit from Flashpoint.
Yeah, and
Got to reuse that budget.
well, no, but Barry saw it, so Barry could have recreated it. It's like
Hey,
it's
that's
fine.
true.
It's fine.
I
it
like
makes
that they
sense.
used the same one.
But if he died in the Flashpoint universe or whatever, wouldn't you like maybe just want to try to change it as much as possible?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
just give him a
Yeah.
different suit, call him a different name. You don't want to really reference
Don't
his
tempt fate.
ultimate demise. Yeah, what I liked about this episode though, before we quickly go into like ratings and all that sort of stuff, it didn't end on a depressing note.
Yes.
No, it was
Mid-season
happy.
finale, there's no cliffhanger, there's no like, oh my god, what is that? Nothing like that, even though it teases the fate of Iris and all that sort of stuff earlier, but it ends on a really nice note, and I
felt
think
like-
that was good.
I almost felt like
A
we were
really
in...
nice note. There was carolers.
Ah.
Get it? Anyway,
Those carolers sounded way too fucking good, mind you, for like what people singing in the rain would actually sound like.
Correct. By the way, how awesome is drunk Harrison Wells? Love it.
Yeah, it's the police. It's the police, man. No, we're the police. That was funny, man. He is good.
Singing in the rain. That sucks.
I do like him, but I feel like there's more to him.
Yeah, I hope he's not the guy that does betray them ultimately,
Yeah.
because they've done that.
I know.
And they've done it twice. Even the good Harrison Wells kind of had to
Yes.
turn against them briefly, to save Jesse. But hopefully they move past that.
I guarantee it will be, because they need to get like Harrison Wells from Earth 2 back,
Yeah,
because Jesse
It could
Quick's
be
coming
Jay.
back.
It could
yeah.
be Jay.
Who knows?
Oh, can we talk about Jay for a second? Like, I know
Okay.
we're going to run a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
fuck, I cannot get enough of Jay Garrick.
Yeah, he's great.
He's cool, man. And can I just say briefly, the little Mark Hamill as the trickster kind of
Yes.
throwback to the 90s Flash. That was cool, man, because those two obviously were in that show
Yeah.
together. Yeah, it was
I'm
a great
surprised they
little bit of
got him with
nostalgia.
him filming Star Wars.
Well, I don't know what he's doing at the moment, and I guess it depends on how big his role is in that movie. But it was good to have him back. I was surprised. I thought, okay, it's going to revolve around him a bit more, but no, it was just for that scene, and then off he goes.
Yeah.
It was nice though.
It was nice. I'll tell you what, I would not be disappointed if they did like a spin-off show of Jay Garrick, the
Oh
Flash.
man, from Earth 3.
Yeah.
Everyone would watch that. Let's be honest.
I actually find Jay Garrick to be a better Flash than Barry.
Sometimes, yeah.
No, every time. He is way more jacked. He's just got that
more
huge chest. And like the Flash.
Like a sprinter.
Yeah, the Flash is jacked as shit in the comics, man.
Yeah. That's a foam suit.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. John Wesley Smith is
Shit.
just shit.
Yeah.
Is just pumping iron.
Oh, man. I'm rewatching just... I know we've got to move on. But I am rewatching Dawson's Creek currently.
Yes!
Because it's on Stan. And like, it's it's more... Okay, I want to say it's more for my girlfriend than it is for me. But, let's be honest, it's not. John Wesley Shipp is in that, obviously, as Dawson's dad. And that dude is jacked as fuck back in the late 90s. And if you remember seeing him in The Flash, from the earlier 90s, man, that dude's big. And that dude is still big. He's still pumping iron, man.
Definitely.
I could watch that dude do anything.
I'll be so disappointed if he's the one that turns to, turns
Against
on him.
them. Yeah.
Honestly, I'll be disappointed in anyone who betrays them currently. Like,
And
I just don't know.
there is a theory going around he's the one to do it because he seems to know a lot about Savitar.
yeah.
Yeah. There's also a theory, though, that it's going to be Kid Flash.
Because he
That's-
wants more power.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
kind of gets jealous and, all that sort
Actually,
of
I
stuff.
think I put that on the community page.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was you that I saw it from.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Okay, we have to move on.
Have
Shall
to
we
move
rate
on.
it?
Yes. You go.
4.
4.25.
4.5. Loved it.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
great episode.
Got to see Savitar again. Oh my god. Okay. Arrow. What we leave behind.
Yes.
Top moment number 1. Everyone is having the shittest day
So
ever.
bad.
Isn't it? Can I just say that this, in my opinion, should have been the 100th episode.
Yeah.
Like this did
Yeah.
a better job at kind of like, flashing back to season 1 and kind of bringing in a little bit of nostalgia and all that sort of stuff than the previous episode did, because none of it was real. So the whole thing was like a, joint hallucination, whereas this stuff actually happened. And obviously we get the little tease at the end, which we'll get to. But I think this did a way better job and should have been the 100th episode.
Yeah, absolutely. Billy dies. Curtis's husband leaves him
Yeah.
because he's too happy.
Yeah.
You can't just brush over Billy dying though, because that's a massive thing.
Oh, it is, and we'll talk about it properly in a minute.
Like-
And we see Diggle
Yeah.
just gets catfished.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like,
I would expect more out of Diggle.
I was really disappointed with that.
Yeah, I was Diggle
It was
spointed.
dumb. Diggle spointed. Hashtag.
Hashtag Diggle spointed. Yeah, it was way too easy. That guy's better than that.
He is better than that. But Arrow, Oliver, got some feels.
Oh
Oh,
man.
yeah. That Billy scene.
Well, that whole thing, like it was really, really well done. And talking about sort of the acting and the emotions and all that, but not only that, but the part where he kind of realizes that everybody that's around him is probably going to have their lives turned to shit, and everybody around him, regardless of who they are, stays.
Yeah.
And that Diggle says we're right where we need to be and all that sort of stuff. And like it was just really nice to see them all sort of come together in such a tragedy. But what's even better with the whole thing is this is the first time that like Oliver has kind of like gone, you know what? I'm just going to fucking tell the truth.
Yes.
Like I'm just going to say exactly what happened, and I'm going to lay all the cards on the table and say, this is it. Here
And
it
he did.
is.
It was
and
good.
he did, and it worked out. And
Yeah.
Felicity knew it, straight away that it's not you, it's Prometheus and all that sort of stuff. Whereas if he had to play these cards close, she would have been pissed at him that that
Oh,
he
yeah.
lied.
Which is
you
a
know.
theme with all of the
It
Arrow
is a theme, and
episodes.
it's good that they've actually moved on from that, which is kind of my point.
Yeah.
Thank God. Top moment number 2. Do we find out who Prometheus is?
Yeah. Is it like hashtag confirmed?
Hashtag
Or-
fucking better not be.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but I think we're kind of really, really moving away from being Tommy Merlin or anything
Yeah.
like that. You've got this look on your face like you
gonna
still
be
think
him.
it's going to be. I guarantee you that
Mate.
at this point it's not.
Mate, what happened at the end of the episode? How can you even not consider it now? I consider it even fucking more.
No.
I don't
Mate.
know. I literally have no idea anymore. This Prometheus thing is just fucking with my mind.
Because this whole thing, like, it ties into Russia now.
Yeah.
So I don't
They've
really.
had the same instructor.
Yeah. So
So-
I don't really see how like, unless is it Tommy trying to like, none of it makes sense because in the time that Oliver was in Russia, Tommy didn't know that he was the Arrow or anything like that. So why would he know about that and seek out the same person?
Flashpoint, mate. Bloody
Not
Flashpoint.
everything can be Flashpoint.
Literally everything could be
No,
Flashpoint.
it could be, but it can't be for the sake of the shows. Like you can't just keep, and this is like we spoke about it a few weeks ago. You can't just keep doing things and saying Flashpoint.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like it's going to be
Punch you in the face.
Flashpoint. I wouldn't have done that if Barry didn't fuck with the timeline.
Fuck you, Barry.
But you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You can't keep doing it. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's move on. Top moment number 3. Laurel is back.
Yeah.
Question mark?
How?
No.
Why? Is she here for good? What is happening?
Is it a...
It's Flashpoint. It's Flashpoint, baby.
Well, absolutely can be. Or it could be Legends. Could be Sarah going back and saving her.
Could be.
Because, like, kind of like leap forward into Legends, Sarah kind of says in that episode, oh, look, maybe we're here to save our families type of thing.
True.
I don't know, but I'm a little hesitant because while we were all complimentary about Laurel being in the previous episode, I don't like this show can't keep bringing people back from the dead. There are, bring in some new characters.
I thought it was a good send-off for Laurel.
And that's me too. Like I thought it was like finally, she got the send off that she deserved. Everybody got to say goodbye, and then next episode they're just like, oh, guess what? Nah, she's here.
Well, I guess they don't have Artemis anymore. So
Yeah, but look, I am hesitant to say what this is about.
You're going to tread lightly?
Well, it could be
Yeah.
a ruse in the fact that it could be Black Siren
yeah.
as well, and Prometheus is using her to mess with,
That's a good
Oliver's,
That is a
Oliver's
good
head.
really
like
good
it
point.
could be that. It could be a number of different things. If they fucking say Flashpoint, I will be very, very disappointed.
yeah.
Flashpoint. All right.
All right.
What do you rate the season finale?
Mid-season.
Mid-season.
Too carried away.
3.75.
You, Troy?
4.5. In all honesty, for me, this is probably one of the best Arrow episodes I've seen in a long
Yeah,
time.
best Arrow episode in years.
Yeah.
4.5. I agree.
I didn't like all the things. I was
Shut up, you.
I was sad. Maybe that's why I'm getting
Yeah.
a low mark.
I couldn't see through my tears.
Yeah.
I just think the way that it's moved past all the things, like that's the good part about
Yeah,
it.
you
like,
are right with that. I was just very sad.
All right, let's
In my
move on.
soul.
Legends of Tomorrow, also a finale.
Yeah.
The Chicago Way.
The Chicago Way.
So top moment number 1 is like we're pretty much introduced to the Legion of Doom again, now featuring Malcolm Merlin. New
Yeah.
and improved.
Surprise.
Improved.
And what's interesting is that we can tell this is modern day Merlin because he's missing his hand. He's got like that little
Claw thing.
claw glove
Yeah,
thingy.
so they've recruited him from the present, or our present. Oh,
Oh,
Hello.
Popular.
we put our phones on silent before we go to
Oh,
air.
I've never put mine on silent.
You're just not popular.
What was happening? Malcolm Merlin
Malcolm
from
Merlin.
the present. That was him calling, I think.
Yeah,
He was
he was
like,
saying,
hey,
"Shut the
thanks for
fuck up."
mentioning me.
Yeah.
Don't forget I'm still in this show. Yeah, so it was good. It was a good episode. Got some Scarface action.
Yeah.
A little bit of 1920s Chicago, Al Capone. I was going to say Al Pacino.
Cappuccino.
Yeah, Cappuccino vibes. So it was good. Fun.
Yeah,
good
it
fun
was
episode.
Fun. It's a fun era for like this team. Like they kind of hover around this era quite a lot.
Yeah, I do kind of like the brotherly camaraderie that's kind of happening between two people whose names I
Citizen
cannot
Steele
remember.
and Ray.
Yeah, I can't remember the dude's real name. Like that's so annoying.
But what's-
Haywood, Mr. Something like that.
See, I was actually thinking
Professionals.
you were going to talk about Reverse Flash and Damien Dark because the Reverse Flash actually refers to Damien Dark as his friend,
Yeah,
and in the comics, he fucking hates everyone.
yeah. I don't know. I didn't really sort of read too much into that, I guess.
I did,
They seem
man.
to have like a little good sort of back and forth, and it's like, oh, who's going to take this one, you or me? It's kind of like, well, I've got it. Oh, I've got, and then it comes back, it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
that was.
Oh,
good.
yeah, that was cool. I like that.
Anyway, let's move on. Top moment number 2, and then is Rory losing his mind?
Yeah, what's the go here?
Now I'm gonna give you my like thoughts on this, and I feel like it's because he's like struggling because he's becoming more of a team player.
Yeah.
And it's like his inner conscience is just coming across as Captain Cold saying, mate, you're a fucking loner. You do it on your own.
Yeah.
And like he almost tries to revert to being that guy again by going and stealing. And it's just like, it was kind of out of place for him to like almost recalibrate himself as I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. My only problem with the whole thing is that let's not forget that Captain Cold or Leonard Snart made the ultimate sacrifice for the team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So who are you to turn around and say, like hallucination or not? How can you then have that sort of turn around and say, oh man, what are you trying to do? Like you're trying to be like a good guy and all that sort of stuff. It's
I
like,
know,
you
it's-
saved the whole fucking world, dude. Like you're the ultimate good guy. So
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
I did like him teaming up with Vixen, I guess. Like being like, all right, fuck it. We're going to be bad guys.
Those
then.
two are going to hook up for sure.
But do you know what? It's kind of annoying because Vixen has sort of moved between people. For like she was really close with Ray when they were kidnapped together, and then this, and then
She's a hussy.
yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, not in that many words, but I'm just not sure.
I think she's, like she's had this hatred towards Mick from the start that is kind of like moving towards actual like, admiration and attraction and all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. Despite everything she probably thinks like internally, like he's completely wrong. But, she herself like, stole a bottle of whiskey for
Yeah.
him and like, sort of realized that, yeah, you can have a bit of fun and be a little bit of a dick at times. It's good.
It is
He's
good.
my favorite character. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
give a
Oh,
fuck.
I
man.
love him.
Seriously, if they make that spin-off, I'll be all over it.
Yeah.
Not much will be said.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
a whole
Just
bunch
a
of
lot.
one-liners.
grunting and drinking.
Yeah, a lot of
alcohol.
beer drinking and chip eating.
Yeah. All right, top moment number 3, and that's a Reverse Flash gets the amulet.
Yeah.
Finally. So it's kind of like what this whole season's been like building up to, and he's kind of done it just by doing the thing that he should have done at the start.
Yeah.
Just bloody kidnap one of them, mate.
Yeah, just,
But
just
then
use
there
your
would be
speed to
no
get it.
show.
Oh, that's right. We need that to push it. Actually, it's interesting. This show got pushed another 3 or 4 episodes because it's doing so well in ratings.
Yeah, right. Excellent.
Cool.
That's good because it is like it's doing really well this season. The only thing, like again, and I don't want to keep picking out the bad points, but you shoot the guy. You actually shoot the guy a number of times with this like this speed weapon.
Just keep it on him.
Just keep it on.
that's
Just
so
keep shooting him. Just keep
annoying.
shooting the dude. Like
Yeah.
it's not going to kill him. It's just going to make him
Just
slow.
hold him there.
and then put
Just-
him in a thing.
Just hold the trigger down on him. Just
Yeah, like a taser.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating. Like I know why they did it, but like the dude just kept escaping. But
Yeah.
he's wily like a fox.
Yeah.
Like a coyote.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought you were going to say. But we see him. He uses his like little device to become Professor Stein.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't
And-
fooling anyone.
And
That last-
infiltrates.
Fish out of water, mate.
Yeah. That lasted a whole 2 sentences before people were starting to go, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
why is this red flash going around in the room?
Yeah.
exactly.
Idiot.
But, he got it. He got it in the end.
Yeah.
And now
That's
we're
what's important because it's going to move the story along.
Yeah, and turns out it's like a compass,
Yeah.
which is cool, and
Yes.
it's for the Spear of Destiny, which is actually a really powerful artifact. It's like think of it as the same level as an Infinity Stone.
Ooh.
And I think what it can do is it can alter reality. And what's super interesting about that is because the Reverse Flash exists to only torment Barry
Yeah.
and make his life better.
Do you think then that he's showing him alternate realities? And that's what we're seeing in the future of Flash?
No.
No.
Nah, not yet anyway. Because essentially what the Reverse Flash wants to do is kill Barry, but not erase himself. Because the Reverse Flash has only come around because of Barry. He had like such a love for the person, the Flash, that he remade the accident that gave him his powers. But he can't do that if he kills Barry.
Yeah, okay.
So he has to find out like a
way to
way to kill Barry.
Kill him, but not kill Barry, sort of thing.
Well, to kill Barry, but not
kill
Kill
himself.
himself. Sorry, not kill
yeah.
Barry.
Erase himself from history,
Yeah.
as it were. Mid-season finale, what do you rate it?
I'm going to give it a 4.
I'm giving it a 4.
4's all round.
And that means it's time for Comic of the Week, my favorite segment, brought to you by Troy.
Yes, the only one who is actually, and I pay money to get this segment on the show. I have to give Cade $10 a week.
Buy him some chicken nuggets.
So I'm actually paying for this. Look, what are we doing? Comic of the week. Yes, and my comic of the week this week is actually a series. I'm kind of like, I'm breaking the rules a little bit.
Nah, mate, you're done. I'm pulling.
Lawbreaker.
The plugs are getting pulled. You're done.
Pulling the plug on my mic.
Breaching your contract.
Look, I am going to talk about the Predator vs. Judge Dredd vs. Alien series, which is written by John Layman with art by Chris Mooneyham and Michael Atiyeh, I want to say. Let me know if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Published by Dark Horse Comics. And now I know I have mentioned this on the show before, but that was back with issue number 1. And this story has seriously kicked into gear now with Dark Horse recently releasing issue number 3 and issue number 4. The finale is not too far away. Now, this series has everything. And if it is my mission to get Cade interested in checking out comics, then what better way than with a series that sees Judge Dredd teaming up with a group of predators to take on some xenomorphs that have merged with some seriously bizarre genetically altered Animen. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Really? So,
No, you've intrigued me. My ears are pricked.
so basically what I'm saying is the alien from those Alien movies laid eggs inside of some dudes who have been genetically spliced with animals, and Judge Dredd has to team up with the predators to take them down.
So what you're saying is, like, in the Alien movie, there was that xenomorph that, like, was inside the cow.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a cow man.
No, because take that cow, and then you've got a cow who's already been genetically spliced with a man. So you've got a man cow, and then the xenomorph attaches itself to the man cow, and now you've got an alien hybrid man cow hybrid.
I'm reading this.
Right?
Wow.
So, and then you've got like a group of predators who have had one of their guys killed or whatever, and they team up with Judge Dredd and they got to take him on, man.
Damn. Okay.
Right?
Now, I'm going to give you the opportunity to, like, halt here and leave the rest for the interweb.
Oh, no. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Because I have got a note here saying that I will be reviewing issue number 3, which is the one that's just come out not that long ago, in more detail on the website. Right?
Oh.
So that'll be there if you want to see a full review on the website, issue number 3. But, basically, what else can you say other than if you want a series that mixes some of the coolest creations from the 70s, 80s, and 90s and kind of puts them to battle in an explosion of violence and gore and mixed in with some like really funny humor and all that sort of stuff, some incredible art, this is the series for you, isn't it?
Well, it could be. I'll let you know.
Yeah, see, I got you intrigued. I give this series 4.5 life sentences in an ISO cube out of 5, all while saying...
I am the law.
Exactly.
Nice, man.
That's it.
You've actually intrigued me.
Oh, fuck, it's hard work, eh? It's hard work. Because there are so many good comics out there that I know that you're just going to go,
Nah, man.
What's a Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
What's a Spider-Man?
What's a
Spoderman.
Spoderman doing?
Yeah, Spider-Man and Botman. Tell me you wouldn't read their team up.
I do.
That's going to do it for another episode, though. So stay tuned next week as we bring you our Christmas special.
Yay, Christmas.
Christmas. It's like a week earlier than Christmas, but we've kind of got to do Rogue One, but we don't want to do Rogue One straight away because we want to give you guys some time to watch it.
Yeah, because it's going to be crazy. School holidays?
Yeah, man.
Man, you try to get into the cinemas with all those kids around? I tell you what, man, if those kids fuck up my movie experience, I'm going to be complaining about it on this podcast.
They should have
Rest assured.
a kids section in the movies.
They should.
In like a soundproof barrier.
Here's a question for you. Would you pay like $5 more for a movie ticket?
100 times, yes.
Definitely. I
For
know
like-
what you're going to say.
Yeah, for like if you start talking, you're like instantly kicked out.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like segregated
kids?
from children.
That's what
and
I
that
thought
too.
you were
Well,
saying.
and that too.
Like no one under the age of 18. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Nah, 18-year-olds are still shit sometimes.
Yeah.
We love you all.
We do.
But, stop making noise in cinemas.
If
You
you're
can have
like
fun later.
Yeah. I'm paying hard-earned money
Yeah.
to like go see that movie. I don't want to hear you laughing about some stupid shit on your phone.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Fuck.
Or like tickling your like new girlfriend or whatever your
Yeah.
kids do.
I thought you said nude girlfriend.
No, I did. I don't know what cinemas you guys go to, but mine get fucking intense.
What fucking intense?
Yeah. We've got this outdoor cinema.
Oh, right.
It all makes sense.
Anyway, so we're going to do that. So we're not going to do Rogue One next week. We're going to give it a week. We'll do Rogue One at Christmas, and we're going to do our Christmas special next week. And it's going to be like top 5 Christmas movies that aren't really Christmas movies.
The best kind.
And I think they're actually going to surprise you because we're going to look really hard. We're going to go into some deep cuts.
Yeah, are we?
Yep.
Well, yeah,
apparently.
because I don't want it to be like fucking Santa Claus.
Oh no,
With
no.
Tim Allen.
Well, but that's kind of what I mean. Like they can't be just straight out Christmas movies, like subtle Christmas movies.
Yeah. Something amazing happened in the background. Oh my God. You know what falls into this?
What?
Fucking Iron Man 3.
Does
Oh,
it?
it does. Because they have that Christmas. Yeah, because he's in the family town and it's Christmas.
Okay,
and blah, blah.
but let me tell you, would that fall into your top 5? No. So
Yeah,
we're not
good
even going to
point.
talk about it. And of course, as we always do, we're going to bring you all the top moments from the one show that we'll have next week.
Is that all?
Yeah, pretty sure we've just got the Walking Dead mid-season finale.
Shit, next week's going to be a quick episode.
Yeah, we'll probably find some way to drag it out.
We'll
no
pad
doubt.
it out.
But yeah, unless there's something else that I don't know about, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, let's thank some listeners, subscribers, and reviewers. Oh, we're so close to 50. I can taste it.
You can taste it.
Yeah,
What's
well-
it taste like? Success.
Yes.
Yes.
We're like 4 away.
That's pretty close.
That is pretty close. And
All
I'm
it
putting
takes
up, I'm
is
putting-
4 of these beautiful people out there. Just 4 of you.
Yeah.
all
And
you
I'm
gotta do.
I'm doing shout outs now on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Everyone that
that's
leaves
right.
a review. So get on there.
And I also copy that and put it on Twitter. I don't actually do any work myself. I just like copy and paste, basically.
Story of my life, mate.
Oh, whatever, mate. So, yes, but we're, 2 episodes away from Christmas.
Yeah, come on, guys.
So we've got next week and the week after. Let's see if we can get to 50. What do you get out of it?
Satisfaction of making me smile.
Yeah. It's like a kid on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Kate will wake up, he'll check iTunes. There'll be 50 there, and he'll, cry.
Then he'll go
It'll be
back
like
to
a
sleep.
Christmas
Yeah.
miracle. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so
Facebook.
Facebook, that's Comic Confidential. Don't forget, we also got the listener community on there. Jump on our Facebook page and you'll see the link to the closed group. We'll
Yeah.
let you in.
We'll pretty much let anyone in,
You'll
let's
go
be
through
honest.
some high level scrutiny, but
Yeah.
then we'll let you in.
Yeah.
There's like at least 6 levels of security.
Mm-hmm.
Each of them are colored
Yeah.
with the rainbow spectrum.
Yep.
We're currently at purple, I think. So you might get like a white or something.
Yeah.
White clearance,
It's like karate.
which lets you post dank memes,
Yeah.
basically.
I'm surprised no one's. Oh, there's been some memes.
They haven't been the
dankest.
dankest memes.
But yeah, let's
Give us
Guys,
more of those.
we want dank memes.
let's start it. When you hear this, it'll be Monday. So Meme Monday.
Meme Monday.
Meme Monday. Then
great.
tight meme Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then Wicked Meme Wednesday.
Yeah.
Love
Anyway, Instagram and Twitter are at ComicConPod. Make sure you follow us on there. Well, Twitter at least.
Yeah, Twitter at least. And we've also got a YouTube. You can listen to this on your browser if you want,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you really want. Also got a Snapchat.
Yeah, we do.
We're all on that.
Yeah.
Amy dropped the ball.
Hey, I posted a photo today.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah, I
did you?
did.
I can't even log in anymore. It's like kicked me out.
Yeah, that's what it is. If one of us is on and the other decides to get on, I'm like, what the fuck?
Is that real?
Yeah, only one person can be logged in at a time.
See, that's what's fucking with my life. I've got like the sweetest pics for you guys, but I can't even show you.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works because I've been kicked off before.
Oh, there you go.
Ah,
Fair
We're
enough.
learning things.
We are. We've also got the website. That's Comic Con Pod. If you want to jump on there, read Troy's full Comic of the Week spiel. It'll
Yeah.
be there.
There's other things, so if that's not enough to get you there,
Yeah, you can listen
it's a
to
good looking website.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's pretty fancy.
I work on it quite a bit.
Do you?
Yeah.
Good.
I need to work on myself a bit.
No, I don't think so.
I need to hit that gym. Anyway, we've also got a Patreon. That's patreon.com/ComicConPod. If you want to support the show, jump on there. I am packing this month's things today.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And don't forget that we will very soon be bringing out a very Deadpool Christmas commentary thing.
Shit. You want to do that next week? We have to now.
Sure.
I've said it out loud.
Done.
Excellent.
Awesome.
That's coming to you. And you can get that for $1.
For $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to say that forever and you just took it, you fuckhead.
Soz. What else have we got? We've got a comic blitz.
Yeah, sweet, sweet deal.
Use the code ComicConPod on sign up to get their top level subscription for free for 1 whole month
1 whole month of free comics.
of everything.
Yeah, that's it.
That is it. Another
Done.
episode done and dusted.
Done. Thanks for listening. Yeah, as always, I am Troy.
I'm Cade.
And I'm Amy. And this has been Comic Confidential.
Cheers.
See ya.
Peace.
Yes.
Piece of shit.
You got your piece this week.
I'm not even saying anything.
Why?
There's going to be no funny back stuff from me. No funny back stuff this
No
week.
funny business.
Wow.
Very Deadpool Christmas, hey?
Yeah, next week apparently, you fuckhead.
It's not stopping.